standing around, blowing on my hands, not playing defense. Now watch me dance. Standing around, just standing around, standing around, standing around. Just standing around, blowing on my hands, not playing defense. Now watch me dance. Standing around, just standing around, standing around, standing around.
Morning, Sunday panel. How's everybody doing? All right, I'll do everyone a favor. We will save Robin for last. I don't want to let the jack out of the box and make everyone else look bad. Cyberius, please say hello to the viewers.
Cool. Hey, just Cyberius talk as if he did. I didn't hear him. But what up, everybody? What up, chat? Cyberius, you were muted. We're just placeholders for Robin. It's okay.
Oh, all right. Yeah, my bad. I was muted.
All right.
No, I'm doing well. Thank you.
Yeah.
Welcome, everyone.
Didn't even make a difference.
I'll keep that in mind.
Jesus Christ. Way to ruin the... I will never go with you guys first again. I'm just going to skip Steam. All right. Robin, save us.
I mean, goddamn! What the hell was that? Come on, man. Once again, man, shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to everybody out there. Again, like you said, another Sunday live, man. It's great to be here. My man Airways, thanks again for having me on here with you. My man Stream, as always, the real Cyberius, man. I appreciate you guys and being here with you guys. Shout out to everybody in the chat that continues to come through on the Sunday. Like I said, you guys truly support. Shout out to everybody that came through the live earlier, the live that I did earlier. Shout out to Uncommon Sense, man, standing around. Let me blow on my hands real quick. And again, shout out to Dakota LaReed for coming through. Shout out to Anthony Sanchez. Always, it means a lot to see the same names, man. Rock Stefani. Shout out to you for coming through. Spec of Fantasy. Rise of Atlas 7967. Thank you very much. Lynetta 402. Of course, you up in the building. Pink Lady Scorpio. Always here supporting. Smilkoff. Thank you very much. Chick Hearn Forever. Bandhead. Mr. Shouty. Ivan 1294. Disman. Go Fly. Ghetto C the General. Unboxing Kid. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. You guys know the deal. Let's roll. Yo, shout out to Serbia. I saw Serbia in the chat.
Shout out to Serbia. Shout out to Antarctica, right, Spain?
Yep.
Hey, Dakota, I saw your chat. I don't know what you mean by a different version of the thumbnail. Did you send me something? Anyways, good morning. Let me read what I have, and then you guys tell me if we need to fit in some other stuff. The insanely easy schedule that was predicted for the Philadelphia 76ers has been exposed. I don't even know if we can call it exposure anymore when we already know what's coming, and it just doesn't stop it from happening anyway. Cyberius, I wanted to talk just a little bit about your Face of the League video. Uncut Hoops just dropped one this morning that we will listen to the first few minutes of, and only the first few minutes, because I will just get too fucking angry to listen to any more of it. Something about Scottie Pippen and Phil Jackson and Jordan, if we have time to get to it. And then I thought it would be fun to react to one of my own videos, because it's the Chariots of Caring, just because it's astonishing what you get out of one game of watching LeBron James. What a piece of trash that guy is. Let's go around. What do we need to add to that list? I know Robin already got some things off of his chest this morning, but that never stops him. Mr. Energy, do you have anything else to add, or do you want to circle back to your topic? Go ahead.
Well, no, it's interesting that you're going to talk about Uncut Hoops' latest video because I thought I reacted to Uncut Hoops' latest video. And like you mentioned, he just dropped the video an hour ago. So once again, shout out to Uncut Hoops. And no, I'm on board, man. I just looked to see what the title of his video was. And yeah, I'm already cracking up with the title of the video.
Yeah. Spain.
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback onto the schedule conversation. I actually just dropped a video this morning about it.
Oh,
so I wanted to talk about just how the NBA is, they're how they're manipulating it versus what it actually is.
I'm sorry, I did not get that notification. And Robin, I checked to see if I had been magically unsubscribed to you, as YouTube does to us. I'm not, but I'm still not getting notifications. Anyway, so now I have to just go and make sure to look up your videos. Cyberius, anything to add to the schedule in particular?
Nothing in particular to add. I definitely want to talk about the schedule, though.
Okay. Should we start with that?
I think we should start with that.
Let's start with that. I do have soundbite. I will acknowledge that I heard this first from Eddie TV, but I also listened to the Odd Couple. And what I have is the Odd Couple.
NBA schedule came out yesterday. We talked about it a little bit with Jaylen Brown. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but personally, schedule is stupid. Like the people who freak out about, what's going on and who you're playing, especially in the NFL. Like we have an entire night dedicated.
Okay, maybe I should have gone with
Conference road trip until Christmas.
Okay,
one person did the heavy lifting, one nerd, and pointed this out about the Philadelphia 76ers schedule. Number one, they don't play a Western Conference team until the 18th game of the season.
Convenient.
They don't play a road game against the Western Conference team until the 21st game.
Nice.
They don't have a Western Conference road trip until Christmas. They have the least amount of 3 games in 4 nights on their schedule of any team in the league.
Okay.
They have the least amount of back-to-backs of any team in the league, while simultaneously having the most national television games.
We have enough to talk about with that alone, and it goes on. But hey, let me ask the panel: which team did that sound like last season?
Sounded a lot like the Lakers. Interesting, right?
It sure did sound like the Lakers last season.
It's almost like there's a theme, like we've been saying this shit for 15 years.
Cyberius, go ahead. You have the first crack at this.
It's just disgusting because I think I made my video about the commissioner and the schedule like a month ago.
Yeah.
And then lo and fucking behold, and of course the fanboys were, in my comments talking about, oh, that's ridiculous. And, how can you even think that? It just got proven.
Oh, and I can't believe they even bothered to deny it anymore. I thought that we were past that because fanboys backpedal. And I've said this in my videos in the past. If you guys think you have a good argument, then stand by that when it gets disproven later. Just like oh, he doesn't flop. And then LeBron admits that he flops. And they're like, well, there's nothing wrong with flopping. Come on. Which is it? Anyways, I'm sure that they're also saying that there's nothing wrong with giving LeBron the easiest schedule because he's earned it. The types of mentality that your Stephen A. Smiths have implanted upon this victimhood society that we are living in. He's 42. Well, then fucking retire. God damn it. I'm sick of catering to somebody who needs extra help while we have to hear about how amazing he is. Speed Engine.
That's funny. My leg is shaking over here. I'm just getting angry listening to you talk. It goes back to the whole he's 42. Okay, cool. So the fuck what? If something is that, something, I can't even fucking speak. I'm so angry. If something wrong is happening, why are you attaching all of these excuses to it? Right? Like that's the bottom line. But one thing that I wanted to mention is that, the 76ers are getting all these benefits to their schedule, right? But what did they do last season other than get swept? other than get swept right out the playoffs, what did they do to earn any kind of beneficial treatment compared to like the Knicks, for example, who, I don't know, won a championship, right? Or the Spurs who just about got there, right? Like those teams deserve some kind of benefits, right? And they talk about the Spurs getting the most rest per se, or the Knicks getting the least amount of travel. That makes sense. Those teams earned that. What did the Sixers do to earn anything to even be in this conversation?
I mean, if you think about how the playoffs are set up, that makes sense. It supports your argument. If you have earned the 1 seed, you get to face the 8 seed.
Right.
They reward you for your hard work and your successful season. In that case, they should do it with the schedule, I guess.
I guess no one's ever tracked it before. I don't know if anyone's ever gone back and looked at the science of, okay, does your strength of schedule actually line up with how you performed last year? Because LeBron waiting until, basically 2 weeks ago to make his decision, and the commissioner is saying that they can't make this schedule until he does that, throws that entire system out the window. Any metric that we had to measure previous year success to determine how you're going to do this upcoming season is completely out the window when Adam Silver comes out and tells you he can't make a decision until LeBron James makes a decision. Like it's like getting rid of science almost. Like that's basically what we're doing. We're throwing out all data now and just saying fuck it, like this is exactly what it is.
Robin,
I think Speem is on the money with this. I think overall when you talk about the commissioner basically coming out and saying, like you said, we can't make the schedule. And then when you make the schedule, it becomes the softest version of it. I mean, goddamn, just do it, whatever. Just do whatever you want to do. But see, I feel like, again, this goes back to why we laugh at LeBron James and his fan base, man. Because he'll have all of these things on his side. All of these things will be going his way. Like you said, Airways, what does this remind you of? It reminds you of the Lakers from last year. It reminds you of the Lakers from the year before that, So we talk about the schedule. I've mentioned, and we talked the last time about how many times the Lakers get teams on the second half of a back-to-back when they're rested. So I'm interested to see how many of those they end up having this season. And when you talk about the strength of schedule, to me, that's always an interesting thing because, again, when you talk about sports, and is it based off of the teams? I mean, this is why I talk to you guys, and I mention oftentimes the preseason rankings for LeBron James-led teams. Because what ends up happening as far as your strength of schedule or who you're supposed to be coming into a season, let's say, and who you end up being, when you think about the LeBron James teams throughout the history, the led teams by LeBron, I'm not going to say the Sixers are going to qualify as a LeBron James-led team, but if he's going to be the starting point guard, then maybe we can say that. But when you think about how his teams overall have been and how they've fared against the expectations, against what they're supposed to do, that's why we laughed at the Lakers. They always promoted the Lakers. The Lakers would have all these odds in their favor. The Cavaliers, the Miami Heat. They'd have all these preseason odds, the favorites to win it. And then they wouldn't even get there. And then they wouldn't win it. And then people would act as if, oh, no, they're the underdogs. But why they're the underdogs in the finals sometimes is because of the season.
It's someone in the comments said this is going to do the Sixers a disservice because when it comes, time for the push in April, they're not going to do very well. But here's the problem. They will have gotten a good enough record that they still make the playoffs. And no matter what happens in the playoffs, we've seen season after season after season that it will just come with excuses and they'll say some nonsense like, beating a shitty team like the Rockets makes you the GOAT.
Right.
I mean,
all the expectations.
They lie and lie and lie, and there are no consequences, which is the theme. It's a recurring theme. It's really what frustrates us so much.
But remember, that's what I'm always saying. Anyways, the consequences are on LeBron James. That's what we're.
Are they though? Are they though?
They obviously are, because all the true basketball, the only people who don't have any consequences are the LeBron James fans. That's why we laugh. The real true. That's why we're here. We're setting the record straight on this stuff. Again, man, LeBron James keeps going out there with all these advantages, with all the schedule favoring him. I don't know, like someone should go and do the numbers on the Wizards year in 2003 and how many back-to-backs the Wizards ended up having that season. And Michael Jordan never missed any of those games. So remember, even in the back-to-backs, that's where LeBron James load manages. he load manages on the back-to-backs. So even if we turn around and say the Sixers have the least amount of back-to-backs next season, okay, that's one thing. How many of those is LeBron James going to actually play? Is Joel Embiid going to play in any of those back-to-backs? No, he's not even allowed to play back-to-backs. So again, that's really what matters, what they actually go out there and do.
It's going to be exactly like the Raiders when the Lakers when they added Russ. No, because Russ hustled. LeBron James ain't gonna hustle.
Can we just give a second also for the class that Russell Westbrook displayed with his retirement video? I don't know if anyone's gotten a chance to see it, but just a classy way to go out. And just Jordan Brand actually did their thing, letting Russ announce his retirement. It sucks. Like it is like seeing somebody like the last of a dying breed kind of hang him up. But I just wanted to throw that out there as well.
Yeah, I know you did a video on that. Shout out to Speem. Go check out his video in his channel. Yeah, I mean, I think you covered it right there. The only person
I did like. Oh, go ahead.
Well, the only person in the league who doesn't have to show class or doesn't bother to show class is the person who's still being declared as the face of the league.
Yeah.
The most classless individual in the entire league is the so-called face of the league. Why? Because ESPN puts out nonsense propaganda that declares that he is still the face of the league. Well, as long as you keep calling him the face of the league, no one's going to be able to move on, I guess. I mean, we can move on in our minds.
34 nationally televised games is crazy. But what's the benefit to people like us, though, is that it's going to be hard to hide the bullshit that's happening on that team with all of those games being televised. They're going to have to put a lot of makeup on that fucking scout to make it seem like there's no problems, because they're going to be front and center with everything.
But that's not new. That's not new. And it just doesn't matter. No matter how shitty LeBron James plays, it just doesn't matter. He has a cult following. I said 5 years ago that LeBron James could walk to the middle of the court, slice a puppy's throat open and drink its blood, and they'd be fine with it.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing.
They would just say it's part of the process.
Reaction.
It's part of the fucking process.
Yo, shout out to Indy's 317.
Don't shout out puppy.
They put down that in 2002 the Wizards played 20 back-to-backs, and I just looked at it. The Wizards in 2003, when Michael Jordan played every game, the Wizards played 21 back-to-backs that season. In fact, so Michael Jordan in fact played 21 back-to-backs at 37 minutes a night that season.
Yeah.
But also, isn't it crazy how this stuff's unfolding exactly how we say it will? Like AOH, you just referenced a video from what, 5 years ago, you said?
Yeah.
Right. Robin, I've personally seen you have this conversation every day. It's happening exactly how we're saying it's going to unfold. The benefits that we think he's going to get based on conversations that are held during the offseason, we're like, oh, this might happen, this will probably happen. All of those things fucking happen. It's like we have a 100% shooting rate with this stuff. So it's like, why is the burden of proof on us anymore? Like, I don't understand. If it's, we talked about this whole schedule thing months ago. Cyberius talked about it, weeks ago, months ago. And look.
I lost your audio. Anyone?
Can't hear you, Speed.
Yeah.
Speed, can't hear you.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Okay. I'll get it.
There you go. No, you're
There you
good.
go.
I'm good. Okay. I think you got the gist of what I was saying, though.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, listen, LeBron James proves and let us know several times throughout his career that he hears and he's listening to what we're saying, the true basketball fans. That's what I was saying before about LeBron James is going to feel and feels the consequences for this stuff. Because remember, that's the reason why he'll come out on his podcast or come out with that podcast. That's one of the reasons why we talked about he's trying to rewrite and change the narrative, trying to, combat all the stuff that he hears about him, things that we're talking about this guy. That's why he'll come out there and talk about the smoothies and the natural vitamins and all this nonsense. Oh, yeah, I don't walk off the court early. People say I leave early. No, I'm going back there getting my treatments. They don't know. I'm a step ahead. So he hears all of that stuff, man. He knows he's a fool. That's why he's going to come out there and say, remember, to keep the same energy was because he heard everybody saying, yeah, you guys keep saying all this stuff. He's listening.
Dakota was in here early with a lot of comments, so I'm going to read one of them. That trash man, Anthony Edwards, joined the "we done at the '90s" bullshit. Oh yeah, I saw something about that. Well, he already had kind of when he said, I don't know, so I can't speak on it, and now I'm going to speak on it. Fucking moron. I always knew that he was exactly like LeBron, and nobody would listen. I listened. Especially 93Z. Yeah, he likes Ant, which is not particularly good taste in players, in my opinion. He used to be a LeBron super fan, so
right, yeah, he'll see the light eventually because, like I said, he's young still, man. He's young.
Let me get to some.
I was gonna say I'm an Ant fan. I am. He's a moron. I like how he plays basketball, though. I'll say that.
Let's get to some supers. And thank you for the very generous super, y'all. Sabag. During LeBron's 15 years in the East, out of the 15 all NBA players there were on average 4.6 selected players from the East during MJ full season of MJ. Read it for me, Robin, because I'm just butchering it.
Yeah, shout out to Yazabag. I'll try to do it some justice here. During LeBron's 15 years in the East, out of the 15 All-NBA players, there were on average 4.6 selected players from the East. During Michael Jordan's 8 full seasons from 1989 to 1988, there were 7.25 Eastern players on average. So shout out to Yazabag dropping some information here, letting us know about the All-NBA players during those seasons. We talk about the conferences, and we talk about the competition, and we talk about the weak East. And, it said how weak it was. And listen, I told you guys, it's not always just about how weak the East was historically. It's about how weak it was in comparison to the Western Conference. Mm-hmm. That was the thing. Remember, during those years, you had teams in the West winning 50 games, not qualifying for the playoffs. Remember I don't know if you guys remember, when people were starting to talk about, hey, man, it's not fair. We should have just the best 16 teams make the playoffs, not 8 from each conference. Why were some of these players coming out and saying some of this stuff? They were saying that because the East was so weak and you had teams that were winning 48 games. I remember the Golden State Warriors. I'm trying to remember what year that was, like 2008 or something like that, 2009. They won like 47, 48 games. They didn't make the playoffs that year because you had to win damn near 50-some games to make the playoffs. The Eastern Conference teams, trash.
Yeah, the Warriors were going through teams that continued to contend for championships, like the Spurs, like the Thunder. And in the meantime, LeBron James is over in the East facing rookie Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and fucking DeMar DeRozan, who never was anyone and still isn't anyone. Good job, LeBron.
Yo, shout out to Speed and Cyberius, man. You guys cracking me. They out there right in the chat.
What?
Cyberius and Speed in there right in the chat. They cracking me up, man. Speed said, why you ain't ask him to read the chat?
What?
He said that you don't think that he can read. He said that I've proved myself that I can read, so you didn't bother asking him to read that super.
Shout out to Pick Lady Scorpio about the golf thing that on his bullshit YouTube channel. That's one thing I fucking called whenever this whole his 2016 reunion bullshit tour started, I called it back then. I said this is a way for him to brand himself at doing something else, and now it's golf. Shout out Pink Lady Scorpio. He brought up his YouTube channel. First fucking video about golf. Get the fuck out of here. This dude's playbook can be read by the simplest mind available, and for some reason, again, people argue with us about this shit. It's nuts.
Speaking of the simplest mind available, would you like to give your hand on this? Come on, he was upset that
Shout out to Red Factor 216. The scheduling is also a tell that LeBron knows that the Western Conference is the stronger conference, and he and Silver are scheming to duck the smoke yet again. It's the National Clutch Association. True. Shout out to Red Factor 216 with the $10.
Absolutely.
True.
Yeah.
It's right in your faces. Right in your faces.
Yep, absolutely, man. It's so funny. I said it's just like you said. These are the things that going to keep making LeBron James look worse and worse at the end of all. I told you, man. They were just talking about LeBron James defense the other day and how great it. I mean, this dude has been bad on defense for a long time.
Lying without consequences. Let's see if they say anything else that we should comment on before moving on to the next topic.
Along with the Spurs,
and
the
Lakers,
the Lakers,
and the Knicks.
That's it. Those three. 34 nationally televised games. Okay.
Now this is worth talking about because everybody acted like, the Lakers needed LeBron to come to LA. They were the Lakers. They were the effing Lakers. The Lakers were always going to get love from the NBA. These new NBA fans don't even understand who the Lakers are, who they were at least, because LeBron James has really diminished the Lakers in my mind. Like, I just can't think of them the same way anymore. And there have been some very, very heartfelt, painful comments written on my channel from true Laker fans talking about what they're going through watching the franchise that they've been watching, that they've been loving since the late 70s, 80s, just turn into this circus devoted to promoting a fake career. I mean, do that to a shitty franchise. Sacrifice a shitty franchise, but like to do that to the Lakers is something else.
Yeah. Well, Magic Johnson leaving was maybe the biggest red flag ever. He was Mr. Laker. It's rest in peace to Kobe. That's like Kobe, leaving the team. And I'm not trying to be coy or smart by saying that. Like, that's Magic Johnson leaving, like, basically his birth rate told you everything that it was. He saw all this shit coming. Next thing you know, the team's being sold again. It's the definition of a circus. And we live in times where they're like, no, it's not a circus. And most people are like, oh, okay, that sounds good. That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Move on.
Exactly. Did anyone, I didn't think to do this. Did anyone look up whether or not the Lakers get to stay in California for an entire month this season?
Right.
Or is that just Philly this year?
Well, look, we will see how Austin Reeves gets treated, right? We know Luka Doncic is going to get the free throws and that kind of treatment. Luka Doncic is a superstar player with or without LeBron James. But we'll see how the other guys, like an Austin Reeves, is treated next season. Because remember, he was actually leading the league in free throws on that Laker team before that injury derailed him. So we'll see what the team does overall as far as that goes. But when you mentioned the schedule, they just talked about, they said the Spurs, the Knicks, and the Sixers have the most nationally scheduled televised games next season. Now, that makes sense for the Spurs and the Knicks, right? They were the two teams in the NBA Finals. So it makes sense for them to have the most nationally televised games. Obviously, when you have also on top of that Victor Wembanyama, if you're the Spurs, they're going to have the most games. Like I said, the Knicks are the defending champions. So you would expect also, it's New York, you would expect them to have those kinds of games. So how the hell do the Sixers, who lost in the second round, how all of a sudden they one of them teams? Because you got LeBron James there, you have Jaylen Brown going there. They're going to be all hyped up. They're going to be, once again, following LeBron James around and promoting LeBron James. And they'll never come out there and tell you, come up with the excuses. They will come with excuses where LeBron James doesn't do the things that you guys said talk about. They predicted that's going to happen this season. Because remember, this is a championship season for the Sixers, man. So I don't want to hear nothing about, LeBron James dealing with the foot injury again, or, he's dealing with that sciatica, or all of a sudden Joel Embiid goes down. No one wants to hear that stuff.
But peep this, Robin. Think about it like this also. With all of those games being, nationally televised, right? no excuses. It's all right in front of us. I mentioned that before. What you're going to see happen is you're going to see what he does with actual like pressure. I feel like when he got to LA, he had such control over that team, right? And we know that he has moderate control because the entire team's like clutch, right? But he still has something to prove in Philly. There is no bullshit bubble championship that he can live off of now in Philly. He has to prove something. Otherwise, it should be a wrap. Like, in other words, there shouldn't be like this large test sample for his success this year. Like, if they suck, this conversation should be over. There is no, well, he won the 2020 bubble, he won the in season. Like, all of those little participation trophy bullshits, that's over now. Like, it's either championship or nothing. And even if he does get a championship, how
does the entire team being under clutch control equate to moderate control in your mind? That sounds like more than moderate.
Because I think, and I'm trying to give some kind of credit to humanity, even though I'm probably wrong. I think that because he has to still prove himself on some level, that the Sixers have some kind of control. The Lakers lost complete control, and you knew that the second they drafted Bronny. Like, there was no question.
Listen, they've got the safety blanket for this. They always say that LeBron's career is cemented and he has nothing to prove, even though he's still out there trying to prove things and change how he's going to be remembered by accumulating meaningless stats and accolades. In fact, one of the other videos that I didn't think was worthy of being on the show, but we'll mention it really quick, is the guy who said that LeBron is trying to play for when everyone forgets, like when LeBron is 70 and everyone forgets what real basketball looked like, and they just look at the stat sheet. Oh, well, LeBron James must be the GOAT because of look at this list of accolades. And they're already using it. They already reference these undeserved accolades when they try and argue against what you're seeing on the screen.
But see, this is what drives me nuts about that kind of stuff, is that's what we know LeBron James is attempting to do, to outlast the competition. He's trying to be the Energizer Bunny. Let me play for 30 seasons, right? There's no way anyone can say that I'm not the greatest because I played for 30 years. But at the same time, he's not doing anything out there. Nope. There's nothing that's actually tangible you can point to. Everything is counting numbers. Listen, like I said, by now, at this point, going into year 24, goddamn, a quarter of a century. This man still is not the oldest player with an all defensive team. LeBron James should have 17 all defensive teams by now. LeBron James should have 9, 10 MVPs. He should have 10 champions. He should be chasing Bill. They should be like, is LeBron James going to get Bill Russell's 11? We don't know. He just keeps going. That's what we should be talking about. Then we would be like, yo, LeBron James is that dude. But look at the way he tried to connive just to get the 4, just to get the MVPs he's got, the couple of all defensive teams he actually made. Are you freaking kidding me? This guy should have like 30,000 rebounds. I mean, my goodness, man, he should have been past John Stockton. He should have been done this. If he was really playing at that level, if you were really closing the gap on Jordan, this is what it would take. It would take an astronomical achievements. You would have to be doing high-level stuff, not averaging 25 points a game for 20 seasons. Who gives a damn? What does that mean? That don't mean nothing, man.
Hashtag at this age.
Yeah, but what about his 10-point streak, Robin? That's impressive.
Jesus. That is.
But even that was fake.
Yeah, it's amazing. The list of fake shit is astonishing. It's overwhelming.
Look how many all defensive teams Tim Duncan has on his resume. Go look it up. He didn't play 24 seasons. How does he have a billion more all defensive teams than LeBron freaking James, man? This is laughable stuff, guys. Laughable stuff. I told you, how the hell does he have those MVPs? He should have a billion MVPs. He should have the most. He should be the oldest MVP in NBA's history.
Shout out to Y'all Sabag again. Thank you for your generosity. And everybody, shameless plug, keep those supers coming. Keep AOH afloat until the season begins. I do appreciate it. And shout out to all my panelists here who make the Sunday show so good. AOH, except for Spain. AOH.
You couldn't just get through. You couldn't just move through the fucking thing. You couldn't just say it.
I tried really hard, man. I guess I couldn't.
Man,
I tried.
just want to have a nice Sunday.
I'm sorry. Speed, you're amazing.
AOH, all forgiven.
AOH, you mentioned DeMar DeRozan. There is a trend by LeBron fans claiming MJ is almost as good as DeRozan. Jesus, H. Mary.
Yep.
Of course there is.
I've heard the same thing about Derrick Rose.
Yep. They use DeMar DeRozan when it fits the narrative. When I reacted to Uncut Hoops video earlier in my live, one of the things he mentioned, or one of the players that was mentioned by one of these weird LeBron James idiots, was DeMar DeRozan. And DeMar DeRozan averaged XYZ. Michael Jordan never faced that many guys who scored this much amount of points per game. But then they'll clown DeMar DeRozan and clown Michael Jordan by saying he's DeMar DeRozan of this era.
You know, I feel like every week there's like one thing that somebody could say to dead the whole argument, right? And it's like, if you think about all the players that have eaten in the quote unquote LeBron James era in terms of championships, which is the one way that a normal person would monitor success. If you think about all the players that have eaten during his quote unquote era, I don't understand how this is a conversation anymore when you compare the fact that nobody ate in Jordan's era. Nobody. So when you factor that in, the fact that who was Jordan's best help? Pippen. All right, cool. Now let's go down the fucking list of generational players LeBron has had for help and has done less with. I mean, you can play time travel basketball, you can play what if, you can do all of these things, but in the grand scheme of like society, if somebody wins 4 times and they've done it and they've tried it 10 times, you've done something 40% successful at the time. What do you tell an elementary school kid that? They failed, right? We're telling children that. So why do you have to explain that to an adult? It's weird to me. And like every time we have these conversations, it's like we're literally going against how society is built and constructed. It's crazy.
It comes down to whether or not you're catering to what those people already want to believe. If the mind is set to accept what they're about to hear, then it doesn't matter how ridiculous it is. You wanted some bullshit to help you continue with your own bullshit. It's that simple. And it's sad. Critical thinking is gone. Propaganda has taken over, and a desire to live in a false reality has taken over.
LeBron James fans will be like, oh, LeBron James had to leave Cleveland because he wasn't going to win there, so he had to leave to win. And then LeBron James will say that rings aren't the only thing that matters and blah, 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 blah. And then his fans will say, yeah, rings it's not about chasing rings, or it's not all about the rings and blah, blah, blah. But then why would LeBron James leave then? He was leaving to try to get rings. So you guys can have it both ways. So like we talk about, it's not just about LeBron James leaving the Cavaliers, man. It's about, or losing. You want to, if LeBron James would have went to 10 straight finals on the Cleveland Cavaliers when he stayed there originally and lost all 10 of them, it's not the same as what he did in the winning the 4 and going 4-6. It's not the same. He would have looked better. He would have had more respect being 0-10. It's the same situation for Jerry West. No one clowns Jerry West. When I was growing up, no one ever was like, well, Jerry West's not really great because if you look at his finals record, no one ever said. There were people talking about Jerry West, top 5 player all time, top 3 player of all time, Jerry West, one of the great competitors. This is what I was hearing growing up about Jerry West, man. No one was trashing his finals record, Elgin Baylor. I never remember hearing people say this. You know why? Because they didn't cheat the game. They didn't try to take shortcuts. So if LeBron James would have went 0-10 in the finals, playing with the Cavaliers all those years, and he was going against Paul George Pacers and Carmelo Anthony's Knicks, you know what I'm saying, and DeMar DeRozan's Toronto Raptors and Derrick Rose's Bulls, right? He was going against these guys, you know, Jeff Teague's Atlanta Hawks, right? He was going against these teams, man, and he was losing. No one would have gave a damn going against Dwayne Wade's Miami Heat, Chris Bosh's Toronto Raptors. No one would have cared. You would have beat the guys you were supposed to be competing against. You would have beat your competition fair and square. He didn't do that, though.
Hey, guys, does Joel Embiid have good enough lateral movement to make up for LeBron James when LeBron James gets beaten constantly, gets blown by constantly? He doesn't?
No.
He's also not on the court enough for it to make a difference.
Yeah, I was going to
I
say
mean,
he's
if
not
only going to
available.
play 33, 36 games. It's not going to matter.
Well, who knows? I mean, who knows? It could happen.
Wait, so how many back-to-backs do they have? AOH, does anyone know exactly how many back-to-backs of the Sixers have? Because remember, he can't play back-to-back, so you can move those games right there.
Right.
Well, they have the fewest in the league. We heard that already. So whatever the fewest in the league is.
Somebody in the chat, help us out.
Yeah, let's get some interaction.
I say here, I'll see if I can find it too.
Pretty sure it's 13 back-to-backs.
Oh, bullshit.
Is that what it is, Bean?
Who
Hold
plays
on.
13? Is that the most?
Yo, Indies 317 on the money said 13 in the chat. On
Ah,
it. Indies.
yeah, there we go. Get
It
that.
does,
Philly?
it says 13.
Yo, put Indies comment up on the screen.
Put my
looking-
comment up on the screen, damn it.
And
Yeah.
previous season, they had 16. So they have 3 less than last season.
As researched by Speed Mention, motherfucker.
Yo, great stuff right there. Then you guys, I see you guys out there, Smilkoff, you guys out there in the chat helping us out. So again, 13 back-to-backs. So if we disclude, I don't know, let's call it 7 of the games for Joel Embiid, because if he plays one, he can't play the other. Just based off of what they said he can't. They said he can't. Not these are the 1, 2. He physically can't play back-to-backs. All right, but you want to tell me he's one of the great centers of all time? Get that. They never came and was like, yo, Hakeem Olajuwon can't play tonight. Can't play the back-to-backs no more. So that's 7 games.
For those of you just joining, we played clips from The Odd Couple talking about the very, very clearly biased schedule in favor of the 76ers. We've got as our main dishes, our entrees, we are going to react to the video Uncut Hoops dropped this morning. And we're also going to look at one of my old videos and just have some fun laughing at how terrible LeBron James is. I want to wedge in a mini topic really quick. I was listening to this while I was jogging, and it is Rick Bucher's show. And this is the version in which he has Brendan Haywood co-hosting. What stood out to me is I realized they were actually talking X's and O's the way that LeBron's shows are supposed to be. They were actually very specifically talking about what players need to change in their game. They were talking about Banchero in particular. And I stopped for a moment and I thought, when is the last time I heard anyone on ESPN, forget LeBron James's propaganda podcasts, forget his podcast that was supposed to be about X's and O's and never once was, whose podcasts do actually break down the game of basketball anymore, except for perhaps this one?
I mean, I can't think of another.
That's kind of an issue.
Well,
Can
I
we-
don't think the sports
can-
shows at all do. Just
No.
generally speaking, AOH, to your point. I don't even like ESPN sure as hell doesn't. Damn.
I mean,
Yeah,
listen,
they're
I'm
certainly
sure
not talking
there gotta
about
be-
X's and O's.
I think there's got to be some channels doing this stuff. But like you said, do you know who these people are? Or are they ex-NBA players? Are they in the media or professional in the media or anything like that? They might just be, fans or students of the game, historians of the game that are breaking it down. Because like I said, the X's and O's of it, to me, like I said, what do we mean by X's and O's? Because like I said, when I mentioned, something like the Will Chamberlain archive before, when you talk about how he breaks down the game, he's breaking it down back in how it was played. He may not necessarily be breaking it down as far as what schemes each team ran as far as those X's and O's, but you're getting an education on how the game was played and why the game was played a certain way. How, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, sometimes he's highlighting certain players and you learn and you see, how these players actually played, like their individual play style. I remember him doing a video on Oscar Robertson, and one of the things that I was fascinated by was the size and strength of Oscar Robertson, that I did not know that he had that kind of size and frame.
Yeah.
But now you just get weird stories and, everyone wants to give you their opinion on everything. That's what we got now. That's what basketball is. So like you said, someone like Rick Bucher and Haywood here, or these guys breaking the game down. And like you said, something that was supposed to be LeBron James Everyone now just wants to give you a story, but it's almost like everyone's trying to top the next guy. Oh, this guy's podcast said this. We're going to say this. This will really trip him out. He said that. Let's say this crazy thing. And then everyone's like, yeah, man, I remember, and this happened. And they say some story, and they're mostly just trying to be funny and tell you a funny story than really give you the facts. You know what I'm saying? And be funny at the same time. It's mostly how we can make the story and embellish it and just make weird statements now.
Yeah. Robin, what's even wilder about that though is that they'll open their show talking about I don't listen to what other people say, or I'm not listening to what the critics say, and then they'll just spout off a bunch of shit that the critics just said. Like Stephen A. does that shit all the time, right? But what's sadder about what you're saying is that if you actually sit and watch basketball now, like AOH, I would dare say I learn more from your breaking down of shit from the past than I do from even watching the games live, because even the announcers now don't break the game down systematically. They basically just talk about LeBron James the entire time. See like Reggie Miller or somebody from his ilk, right? So if the dudes that are calling the games aren't even calling basketball, they're just talking about commercial bullshit and everything other than basketball. And then the guys that we go to watch the highlights aren't talking about basketball. They're talking about the drama and the bullshit. It's like, that's what the product is now. And it's part of like my frustration. I'm sure it's part of all of your collective frustrations when they try to tell us that, the game is about quote unquote basketball. It is about what makes the game beautiful, like the ins and outs, the fast breaks, the screens, the picks, like the shit that we all grew up watching and loving. But then they do something completely different. You might as well just call it what it is in front of us. Just call it fucking basketball for all that, right? Like just call it the bullshit product that it is. It's not the same thing that we grew up with. And then I'll accept it. It's like, when I grew up, I swore up and down wrestling was real. Like you couldn't tell me that wrestling. I was there in Hell in a Cell when Mankind got thrown off the fucking the thing by Undertaker. Like I swore up and down that was real, right? But even fucking wrestling will tell you like, no, these are stunts. If the NBA just came out and said this is sports entertainment, not a sport, I don't think we'd be sitting here having these conversations. But
they already have
telling us something completely different.
No, they already have switched to that. They use the excuse that it's technically listed under entertainment to justify a lot of what they do. And my counter is that competitive sports was entertainment in itself. You didn't have to come up with this other bullshit.
Right.
Where does that argument present itself, though? AOH is my like. Where is that argument presented that it's listed as entertainment? Like if we're having a conversation, fanboys. Okay.
Yo, hold on. I want to say something about wrestling. Something needs to be said. All right. Because far too many times we get these comparisons to the WWE. Back when I was watching wrestling, it was called the WWF. Listen, man, WCW, right? Whatever you guys remember. There's something that needs to be said in defense of wrestling. When people make these comparisons, they're talking about wrestling. But the thing that's quote unquote fake about wrestling are the outcomes. The outcomes are what are supposed to be already predetermined. That's supposed to be what we know. Or people, oh yeah, I heard it. This guy's supposed to win this and whatever. But wrestling itself, what those guys, that's real, man. Those guys are really getting slammed. They're really doing that stuff. Yeah, we know that they're putting on a show. They're putting on a performance. But yo, they can get seriously hurt. Anyone that knows what it takes to be a professional wrestler, I actually know somebody who's a semi-professional wrestler. Yo, this stuff ain't easy, man. You take a beating trying to do this stuff. So again, when we talk about the wrestlers and wrestling, and people laugh about it, oh yeah, it's fake. And yo, dudes got gotten killed out there wrestling, out there in the ring. These guys are really getting slammed. If they're not moving their head the right way, if they're not turning the right way, if this guy's a little bit off on one of these landings, yo, someone can get seriously injured or get killed, man. Them dudes is really doing that stuff, man. That ain't fake. They really slamming each other.
Well, if it's
I'm talking about the production value, Robin, not the sport itself. I'm talking about, like you just said, the outcomes, the fact that you know what the end result is going to be. So I'm not taking away from what you're saying at all.
Even if it's scripted, and it is scripted, some of the things that they're doing physically out there are very hard to do. Like,
Yo, you ever see what some of them dudes be jumping? Like you just said, the dudes be jumping off these top ropes. They be jumping off them cages. The Hardy Boys. These guys just be doing flips in the air. Yo, my man Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Yo, the dude be flying, man. Macho Man Randy Savage with the flying elbow drop. Yo, if he's off on that, that's all in your face.
Let me read a super or Cyberius. I don't think you've read one yet. Would you like to read Carl's?
You haven't proven yourself. Go ahead, Cyberius.
Jesus Christ. Doesn't this idiot? Oh, sorry. Shout out to Carl Hart for coming through. Doesn't this idiot have to go 7 to 9 championships, not 6? Hypothetically, if got back-to-back championships, that doesn't erase the 6 losses. It doesn't. Absolutely, it doesn't. That's why I think it's hilarious when, Barkley went on that roll about, if he wins back-to-backs, I'll call him the GOAT. Well, go fuck yourself. That doesn't negate what already happened.
Yeah, it's weird. But then again, he never passed Kobe. He still hasn't passed Kobe, and yet he's being compared to Jordan. So I guess he doesn't have to erase the 6 losses according to the propaganda networks.
Nope.
Cyberius, I have your video queued up as a talking point. Oh, we have another super. This is from the real Donald Trump. Is LeBron tough enough to be in the UFC? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. You saw
as a ring girl, maybe.
As a ring girl, maybe. And we all saw how LeBron looked when he dove on the ground for the first time in his life. Fucking guy. That's the only part of it that qualifies for the pro wrestling is the show that he put on and whining and laying on the ground.
Wait, you ever play fucking probably not, but you ever play the most recent Mortal Kombat's? When you get hit so hard, it goes into an X-ray motion and it can, you can see every bone shattered in your body. You think fucking LeBron is going to go in there when, he can't take a hit from DiVincenzo? It looks like one of them X-ray moves. Every fucking, bone is broken. You have to wheel him out of there. Do you think he's going to do anything in the UFC other than maybe gamble?
He would never do it. He would never do it.
No.
Gosh, he's one person I'd love to see get knocked out publicly.
And see, and that's the promotion of LeBron James by his fans, right? They promote LeBron James. They'll do, all these weird, Photoshop photos of LeBron James in a boxing ring with boxing gloves on, and they'll have him versus Mike Tyson. Oh, because LeBron James could box. Then they'll have a picture of LeBron James with pads on, with a football uniform, and LeBron James out there playing football. LeBron James could do anything. He could do everything. But LeBron James can't do everything. We've seen LeBron James play basketball, right? And we've seen him on the court in some of these scenarios. Like you mentioned, you get hit by somebody a lot harder. You're going to get a lot harder in the NFL than you did by Dante DiVincenzo. So if LeBron James is a wide receiver in the NFL and he's going to catch a bass, even though the NFL has been, kind of made softened by some of the rule changes, you're still going to get rocked out there, man. All right, and them dudes that's going to be hitting you is going to be a lot bigger than Dante DiVincenzo, and they're going to come with a lot more funk on it, a little more stank on that hit, man. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have something to prove out there to you. So it's laughable when people say he can play, football, the same thing we say about him playing in the 90s. How can you say that when we've seen this man do the things he does? There's the evidence there that points to that stuff. LeBron James going to go out there and fight somebody? He was out there running from Isaiah Stewart. The man was running for his life. Running for his life, man. I mean, my God, man. He was throwing people in front of him. I mean, you put other people's lives in the line. What's wrong with you, man? You didn't want to stand up?
Fanboys expose themselves when they say things that disrespect sports like basketball. I mean, like boxing. It shows that they have never boxed. It gives me confidence that I could knock every single one of them out myself, because boxing is an incredibly difficult sport. It's an incredibly difficult sport. You don't just look at someone because they're 6'9" and have gym muscles on them and say that they can box. Like it's actually offensive to the sport of basketball, just like it's offensive to the sport of football to say that someone is soft and who crumbles the way that LeBron James crumbles could play football.
Nothing, though. AOH boxing is under, like, boxing's the one sport that's allowed the bullshit to start to settle in, though. Like,
what do you mean?
Ray J, Well, all of these fucking celebrities are fighting each other now in legit boxing matches. So it's not
Legit.
like that's yes, like
I don't know.
Yes.
Some of these recent ones don't seem very legit.
I mean, they're legit in the sense that there's a ref and there's fucking it's all mandated. Like everything is on the up and up. Like boxing since the whole Jake Paul bullshit is it's in trouble. That's just my opinion.
Why do we have a 60-year-old Mike Tyson still boxing if it's legit? Come on, this is boxing. I mean, that's not very legit.
That's my point.
Someone tell LeBron James to go to Thailand and go do some Muay Thai fighting with the Thai guys over there and see how that works out for you. They're kicking you in your shins and breaking your legs in half. All right, get the hell out of here with this nonsense, man. Listen, people who are fighters, they're trained to fight. Yo, some of these people, they do this stuff from a young age, man. Like, I mean, get the hell out of here with this stuff, man. I mean, you remember the kid from The Last Dragon with my man Bruce Leroy? You remember the little Asian kid that was in that movie, man? Yo, like that dude would whoop LeBron James' ass when he was little like that back in them days. He was, this kid, I can't remember his name, man, but his whole family. Reyes? Yeah, Eddie Reyes Jr. Yo, this dude was crazy.
Shit, I forgot about that.
Yo, he was born to do this stuff. These kinds of guys, he was in that movie also later on, The Rundown, whooping the Rock's ass in The Rundown out in the jungle, swinging off the damn vines in the tree.
Holy shit, I haven't seen that movie in like 15 years. I love that.
Did I already tell my Thailand story? I don't want to tell my old man story twice.
Nah, man, tell your Thailand story.
No, I want to hear it. I don't think I've heard it.
Okay, so
fucking The Rundown. Holy shit.
They at this one nightclub, the dance floor started as a kickboxing ring, and sometimes they would allow a challenger from a tourist to get in. And let me tell you, these Thai dudes are not big people. Those are some skinny little fuckers. And this big old like corn-fed roided out white boy got in, and he was a boxer. I talked to him before he got in. He knew how to box, and he got in. He took one kick from that skinny little Thai dude and was done.
Yo,
and he didn't even kick him in the face. He kicked him in the leg, and the dude was like, his face just melted. He was like, "What the fuck just hit me?"
Yo, that's a great story.
Right,
that's real, man. I'm telling you, them dudes, it's on another level, man. This is what they do. LeBron James, he plays basketball great, man. Good for you, man. I said one kick from them dudes, man. They chop you right in half. Right in half.
Like a fucking fatality.
Done.
This is laughable. It's laughable.
There's a video online of Eddie Hall, world's strongest man, getting kicked in the leg by a 9-year-old. He weighs close to 400 pounds, and he got kicked in the shin by a 9-year-old. And I mean, it didn't knock him down, but it hurt.
Yup. Their training is on another level, man. So they be kicking trees. I mean, listen, sometimes when we talk about movies and they're like, oh, yeah, it's a movie. Yo, these cultures, they really do this stuff, man. Yeah. That Muay Thai, that stuff out there, like I said, you go out there, man, that's what it's about for them, man. Like I said, it's like what I told about with soccer. In some of these countries, soccer is part of their culture. Like everyone knows about soccer. Everyone plays soccer. Everyone respects soccer. Everyone loves soccer. Everyone knows the local soccer players. They're heroes. I told you during the World Cup, one of the countries actually got a day off. It was they declared it a national holiday when the team won one of the games.
Okay, so we are going to get to Real Cyberius's Face of the League video. It'll be brief. We're going to do Uncut Hoops' video, and then we're going to react to one of my old videos. Before we do that, I would like to shout out Sarah for a very kind super question for all of you. We are at the brink of World War III. In order to stop it, you must choose one of the two to make the game-winning shot. LeBum or James Harden or Ben Simmons. Oh, that's an interesting.
I mean, we're all.
Is it Ben Simmons in the off season? Because he's 100. He's 100% in the off season.
Uncontested.
Is it during the bubble? Is it in front of computer screens?
Is it for a layup? Is it for a layup? And he has to pass it off. Then I'm not taking Ben Simmons.
Let's limit it to a perimeter shot. let's say that let's not do the layup part.
Oof.
Let's limit it
Who
to
the hell are we fighting in World War III? All right, that's number one, man. All right, because this ain't good. But more importantly, that's our options. Come on, Sarah, that's not right. How are you gonna give us those options? There's always got to be a D. None of the above. I'm picking D, Sarah.
Or we're picking World War III, I think is the answer.
I think that's a unanimous answer.
I think we're going to war.
We'd rather go to fucking war than have anybody up here shoot a jump shot to win the game.
We better make peace.
Come on, let's indulge the super chat. You got to pick one. I know it's difficult.
I'm going James Harden because I hate him least.
I would have to go with Harden as well.
I hate him least up here.
I mean, you can't pick Simmons or James.
Fuck Ben Simmons.
It's got to be. It has to be Harden.
I'm not God. No, man. No.
Well, then who is it? Who is it, Robin?
Sarah understands. She's a true supporter. She knows sports and fitness rants. I ain't going down that road. I'm no way. That's none of the above, man. We let the other person, let the role player shoot it because they're going to take the blame anyway.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It's a variety of answers.
I'll pick LeBron James. I'll take LeBron James to get the final shot. And when LeBron James goes full China out there and bricks it up, then we can all clown him.
China.
That's going to get clipped up.
Like when people yell, Kobe, you said, China.
Go James.
Every time you think about LeBron James in China, just brick. Robin. I mean, when he went to the left-handed floaters, like he was just
right.
He's on a list. Robin's on a list.
That was so embarrassing. I felt that moment. I know that was burning him up inside. God damn it, dude. The other people out there were making jumpers. And you went with the left-handed floaters. I'm just playing around. You know I'm the GOAT, baby. I'm just joking with you.
Hey, Robin, you know what's funny about that, bro? I was rewatching the Saturday Night Live sketch where some chick, I forget who it was, she completely bombed on stage. And all she could do was like dance and sing, and like it was like this awkward moment, right? That to me was like how LeBron was able to live within himself, missing all those jumpers on an international scale, and then had the nerve to try to shoot lefty to cover up for all his misses. Yeah. Oh, that it was one of the most awkward. Who was the chick on SNL that bombed?
It was the hot girl's. It was the hot girl's sister, the less talented Simpson.
The less talented sister, right? And just watching this happen, I was just like, yo, like she had the nuts, she had the nuts, but maybe not. She had the gall to go through and finish this process. The fact that LeBron didn't fake an injury out there and get carted off, that was the most manhood I'd ever seen him show, not just like completely collapsing. Ashley Simpson.
This is how bad it is. You actually consider it to be manhood that he started pretending like he wasn't taking it serious.
That's how bad it is. That's how pathetic he is. The fact that he didn't fake an injury then and there, that time that Robin's talking about, that's how bad it is. I'm shocked he didn't act like he got a phone call and there wasn't some family emergency and they came out later and said that he was distracted and that's why he couldn't hit those jumpers. I'm not even kidding. I'm dead serious.
Yeah, that's what the kids do on the court now. When they're losing, they pretend like they have to take a phone call from the sideline.
Right, right.
Oh, you're so fucking important, goddamn losers. Let's
Ashley
Martavian Marshall. Salute AOH and Robin. Maybe Speam.
We'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it.
Goddamn.
We'll take it.
Keep he's laughing. He says, LOL. Keep up the great work. I have been a supporter for years. Great content. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. And hey, Speam. Go ahead. I'm calling on the student in the back.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I fucking even feed into this bullshit. Shout out to Full Venom Jacket. Did y'all watch the new Uncut video? Who is the LeBron goblin that he is debunking? The guy was lying through his fucking teeth, slandering MJ.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
You were gonna.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. So stick around. Thank you for the super, and your super is going to be rewarded by that being the main course of the show. Hair Jordan, 1984. Hair Jordan, that's interesting. With 150 NT. I don't know what NT is, but whatever it is, thank you for it. Cyberius, let me put your lovely face up on the screen as you read that.
LeBron's career high is 61 points. It was a blowout, so Wade didn't play the fourth quarter and Bosch played 2 minutes. But LeBron played 11 minutes, took 9 shots, and stat padded for 12 points in the end. Oh, wow.
That tracks.
So that is 31 cents in US dollars, but I appreciate it anyway. New Taiwan dollar. New Taiwan? I didn't even know we had
is that what the currency is called?
Yeah, that's what a quick Google search was. I didn't know that we have anything other than just Taiwan. We have New Taiwan now.
One of those Thai guys Robin was talking about earlier.
No, that's Thailand. It's different than Taiwan.
I know, it's a joke. Jesus.
Do you?
Yo, but shout out to New Taiwan. I mean, I didn't even know there was a new one. The old one has a lot of things made. You know, we have a lot of things made from Taiwan. So shout out to Taiwan. Y'all keep doing whatever y'all doing over there, man. Again, shout out to everybody out there that supports the channel. Air Jordan 1984 and the new Taiwan, not the old. There must be new money.
It's like pulling a string on one of them fucking dolls, man. I love it.
Yo, but that's a great point that they put out there with the 61 points and how LeBron James achieved that stuff. These are kinds of things that we've talked about. When that's a perfect example of what I tell you guys about checking on the resume. When you look at LeBron James' resume and you say, oh, wow, career high, 61 points. That's pretty spectacular. Absolutely no doubt about it. LeBron James, all-time great player. But when you check on the details of that 61, it's not really as great as you might think it was.
It's no different than his scoring title, Robin. The year before he got his scoring title, he was staying in games where they were either blowing them out or being blown the fuck out by 15, 20 points, staying in the game, you know, scoring an extra 11, 12 points here. And the announcers never had shit to say about it.
No.
Like, even back then, they had nothing to say about it. Why the fuck is he staying in during garbage time? Oh, I thought he was hurt. I thought he had a hand issue, a brain issue, a knee issue. Unless it's playing for the scoring title. Now, all of a sudden, I guess it's okay. It's no different than the night he broke the fucking record. They just happened to have on camera him walking up to both his sons and saying, hey, should I break it now? And they're like, why are you talking to us? You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing was fucking scripted back then. Yeah. But let them tell you something different.
Hey, did you ever hear an announcer question why the worst free throw shooter on the team kept taking the technical free throws?
Oh, no.
Did you ever hear an announcer point that out?
No.
Like Kevin Love was like shooting 89% from the line, and LeBron James was shooting like 71%, and he'd go up and take the free throw.
Yep.
And he did a lot of things.
Hey, hold on, Airways. We have to correct this. You know, we have to do this. Hair Jordan put in the chat, it's $5, not 31 cents. Shout out to Hair Jordan and the new Taiwan money.
Well, thank you for the correction. I have no problem being corrected. I don't know why the currency converter said that. I'm okay. I still don't understand why I got the bad results, but my bad. Thank you. I appreciated it either way. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate the interesting comments. We appreciate learning about New Taiwan. That's part of being an American, I guess. Fucking entire new countries are formed without us knowing. Most Americans don't know there is a Taiwan, and like Steam Engine thinks it's the same as Thailand.
No, I caught it before you said anything. So
Robin, get back on the screen, because I don't think any of us can do this better than you'll be able to. Are you up for an uncommon sense impersonation? We'll come back.
He's doing his muscle ups, or he's talking to his plug. Got to give him a second. Or he's doing both. He could be doing both at the same time.
Pink Lady with 10 jewels. Thank you very much. And how about Cyberius giving this one a crack?
Carl Harv coming through yet again. Thank you, sir. Do you guys think that Shaq supports or doesn't support LeBron? I missed the beginning of the Wednesday show. I know he said one thing, but I feel that this stuff is for clicks and he doesn't mean it. I mean, the words out of his own mouth were he is an advisor for LeBron. I mean, obviously there was no qualification of what the fuck that means. Shaq has proven time and time again that he can be bought and paid for. So I have absolutely no doubt that he is in LeBron's pocket in some capacity.
The most for sale guy. I mean, do you think that Shaq supports or doesn't support LeBron? Shaq supports the paycheck.
Yep.
Shaq will be endorsing tampons the next time we see him on TV. I mean, that dude will take any money.
Without question.
So Shaq owns a majority stake in Reebok right now, which is the number 3 selling sneaker brand, whatever, what have you. And that's almost exclusively because of Angel Reese. I think as long as that stays exactly how it is, Shaq will continue to play the fence. I think halfway through this season, we're going to see him go anti-LeBron.
Yep.
Almost overnight. Because he did it last year. And I don't remember what year it took place, but whatever year Barkley said, you know, how many All-Stars do you need or how many All-Stars do you want? And then that's when him and Shaq got into that interpersonal kind of argument about the rings, you know, like they always do. I think Shaq is going to waver depending on how his specific endorsements go. That's just
Robin. I am calling on you to do the Uncommon Sense impersonation.
What do you mean?
The super, the China James montage.
Go James!
What do you mean?
No, go James!
Go James!
What do you mean?
Did you guys watch the video I did in which I actually paid closer attention to his montage? And he was missing astonishingly badly. Yeah. While other people, as Robin pointed out earlier today, other people were making their shots and LeBron's fucking airballing while someone else is swishing.
Robin said,
a little kid, like an 8 or 9-year-old made a shot that LeBron couldn't make.
Yeah, Eddie Reyes Jr. He was out there. Eddie Reyes Jr. was out there taking shots, man. He was cashing them joints. I think I saw Jackie Chan out there a couple times. Yo, man, it's crazy, man, when you think about all the people that were around LeBron James. And you know what's funny, too? If you look closely, you know, about some of the situation that was going on, that was unfolding around LeBron James after he missed about, 6 or 7 in a row. Some of the people started to look at him like, God damn, man. Like, you ain't gonna make one? You're not gonna make one of these, not one of them. And I told you, this is what separates him from some of the all-time greats. Think about it. If you think about some of the great perimeter basketball players, if you think that Steph Curry's gonna go out there and miss 11 in a row, 11 in a row, you think Kobe's gonna go out there and miss 11 in a row? No, he's not. Jordan's not missing 11. You think Magic's going to go out there and miss 11 in a row shots? You think Bird's going to go out there and miss 11 in a row? God damn, man. Larry Bird can't make nothing. Man didn't know what guard this man. And he was throwing up bricks. And you are an all-time great professional basketball player. And you're there to promote yourself as the Forever King. Forever bricking.
Yeah. Was it really 11? Or are you exaggerating?
It was 11.
I counted 11.
Yep.
Holy
it was 11.
Shit.
That's all they showed. There may have been more.
That's almost impossible. You almost have to accidentally make one.
And AOH, he hit only backboard in several of them. Several only hit backboard.
Listen, you guys are fucked up. He was too focused on trying to be a good father and husband. You need to shit like that into consideration.
Maybe he was drunk.
He couldn't.
They said, I tell you, Michael Jordan was out there drinking, but he was cash money. Maybe LeBron James was sipping that wine before he went out there.
But again, none of this shit would matter if he wasn't the first person out of his mouth saying he was the greatest. Like, if we sat and watched a video of Jordan missing 11 straight times, whatever, it's like, all right, cool. That's the cost of fucking greatness. Like, that's his whole thing, is you keep shooting until you make it. Like, Jordan didn't need to talk about it. That was literally his legacy. When you have somebody talking about how they never cheat the game, they don't take shortcuts, they strive for greatness, and they're the best of everything, blah, blah, blah. And then they go out and they demonstrate the exact opposite, a complete 180 of what they just told you, then we have a right to sit and try to refute that. Like, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. I'm sure Steph Curry's shot a million jump shots, and there's been times where he's missed maybe 20, 30 in a row. Okay, cool. Steph Curry, the greatest shooter of all time. There's no arguing that. he has earned the right to say that because he's the last person to tell you he's the greatest of all time. I'm sure he said it once or twice. I'm sure there's an example here and there, but largely he doesn't carry himself as somebody who has to tell everybody 24/7 that he's the greatest. So if he misses, it's like, oh, okay, cool, because he's humble. He can do that. That's not what you get with a LeBron James, and that's why we get how we get.
I almost picture Steph having to be coached by his agent. Like, could you be a little bit more vocal? Could you say something arrogant? Because we can't keep up with these other guys in the media unless with you being all quiet and shit. Could you? Because Steph did at some point.
That fucking goblin monster, Draymond Green, taking up all the air in the fucking locker room.
Son of a bitch.
You know what?
Hey, wait, I feel for you, bro.
Is that LeBron James took those shots? Dude, why are you taking those shots? That's the delusion that we're talking about here. Like, that's the level of arrogance that LeBron James had out there on the basketball court. Dude, you was out there chugging up threes. You're not a three-point shooter. You're not even a shooter. If you're going to promote the Forever King, you're going to promote your sneakers, why don't you go out there and do some of those tomahawk dunks? That's what you should have went out there and did. You should have did some of those layups. Some of them layups. You should have did some of them layups that you do. You should have went out there and hit some of them little layups in the paint. That's what you should have did. You should have played your game out there. You went out there and started taking these shots. Like, who the hell you think you are, man? You ain't that dude. That was
demonstrate the 6-step crab dribble dunk.
Yeah.
They made a nickname off him fucking double dribbling AOH. Like, we laughed about it back then. Like, we kikied about it. Like, oh, but no, it's fucking sick. He was traveling back then, and they called it a crab dribble. And to your point, Robin, and I did make a video about this. Let me shoot my shit here real quick. When you open up a pair of LeBron James fucking sneakers, you have to go through all this product and fucking material and fucking reading material about his greatness. And you open it up and the shoelaces have fucking crowns on them and the crayons are gold and it's all this bullshit. And it's like, if you go to the next signature athlete, John Morant, it's just him. It's his fucking shoe. It's like, that's it.
There was no Amish.
Stop. What's that?
There was no Amish beard in the box. Like,
no. Oh, that's funny though.
Cyberius,
that's funny though.
Cyberius, we need another round of your shoes.
I do. I have some.
Oh my God! Do you have them ready?
I don't have images of them.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll wait until you have some images. Actually, you could read them. It's even funny when you read them. But shout out really quick to some people in the chat. Sarah's back with another super. Thank you very much, Sarah. With actually what is a difficult question for me personally. Well,
that is a tough question.
Well, between these two, it's actually not that hard because because punching Nick Wright feels like beating up a handicapped person.
That's why I'll take that one.
Yeah, Rich Paul. I'd love to, I
just want to see if I can flatten Nick Wright's beak.
I would say who's the bigger dude? Then I'd feel less bad about it.
Nick Wright is miniature.
Is he? I don't know. Rich Paul looks like a small cockroach to me, so I don't know. He literally looks like a bug, right? Like he looks like a worm. Nick Wright looks like a pelican, or he has like a pelican look to him, or like a stork.
Robin, do you want to answer this?
I want to hit him in the face with the facts. That's what I want to hit him in the face with. I would love to just sit across from these guys. Like I said, man, get me on the platform. Get me out there with Nick Wright and whatever the hell the name of his platform is, man. I would love to get across from a Rich Paul with Max Kellerman and just sit down there and hit him in the face with the facts. Because like I said, these guys come with these weird narratives and they be sitting there pumping each other up. Like you had that guy was holding the phone. He was like, yo, man, speak your words. Speak them words, man. What words? That wasn't even English.
That's fair. That's fair.
Goodness gracious, man.
It would be, listen, it would be good for the world to see us on there just so they know what pushback looks like. People don't even know what pushback looks like. Just sit up there and lie out your ass, which is a recurring theme in today's show. No consequences for lying. And so more and more people are lying. And I know that the guy who's featured in Uncut Hoops' video is only one of many faces that I saw in other people's thumbnails this week. All these really goofy looking, half-baked children who came out of the womb anyway and are now dumb enough to stick a camera on themselves, even though one eyeball's like falling out of their fucking heads while they talk about LeBron James being the greatest basketball player. Son of a...
I think Nick Wright has made the most money off of lies and narratives. I think he's been doing it the longest. He was really like one of the mainstream originators of the teardown of Michael Jordan. He was just coming out flat out. Oh, LeBron been past Jordan. Like people were like, what? People were spitting their drinks out. People were swerving their cars on the road. People were falling out of their barbershop chairs. They're like, wait, been past Jordan? What do you mean he been past? Because if he been past Jordan, that means he passed everybody else. And people were like, hold the hell on here, man. So I think Nick Wright would deserve, an assault more than anybody, I think.
I'm surprised Kendrick Perkins isn't on that list because I'm pretty sure he makes around $4 million a year to do what he's doing. And the reason I would include him on that list is because I feel like he's just openly stabbing his brothers in the back. Like, I feel like he is just like such a chatty patty. And he's always talking about his insider sources, when he was on OKC and when he was on Boston and Robin, Cyberius, AOH, like we all watched him play. I don't think he was well liked or well respected or anything along those lines. And I think he's making 7 figures to actively just basically narc on his ex teammates. I would veto to put him on this list, especially because he's a bigger dude. So at least it would be formidable. If I get knocked out, all right, cool. I'm suing the fuck out of him. And if I win, it's a win. Well, yeah, but either however I get my come up is how I'm getting it. But either way, it's like at least it's formidable if it's him because he's making 7 figures to stab his back on a league that kind of propped him up undeservedly.
If I'm fighting, I'm fighting because you lying. You some lie. That's why I said if I get these people face to face and I'm a big, remember when you said they was going to win 70 games in 2022? You remember when you came out that prediction? I'll play the video for you if you don't remember. I'll tell Kendrick Perkins that would do you a straight fool.
Another super. Zoltar 424.
South is Zoltar. That's hard.
Nice. Hey, I guess Speem is a fan of yours. I'll let Speem read this if you'd like to, Speem.
Yeah, thank you for your permission.
Just shut up.
Shout out to Zoltar 424. Lately, Bronnians bring up LeBron having 66 playoff wins without an all-star teammate. After researching 29 of those wins, Kyrie 16, AD 9, Reeves 4. They didn't qualify due to amount of missed games. Why they leave that out? Damn.
Good research.
Yeah, really good
by
research.
you, Zoltar. Good work.
I told you, that's another example of you check on the references, you look into the resume, you look into the details. You see what I'm saying, guys? Every time that they try to tell you something, a Nick Wright makes a point, these guys try to put some little thing out, and you check on the details of that. Those are the kinds of things you'll see.
And thank you, Isaiah Valeriano. LeBron ruined basketball. Carlton Banks. I mean, he said that. And boy, did that got Speem Engine's panties in Richard Jefferson's panties in a bunch in a crazy way.
Yeah. Good one.
It just shouldn't have that sort of an emotional reaction unless you know that it's true. And Richard Jefferson acted just like his goofy king LeBron and started dropping F-bombs. Unnecessary F-bombs.
Weird.
And talking about an interesting 5 years. I don't want to derail us, but I think I've been wanting to point out the detail of using the word interesting, because the word interesting really means nothing. Like that could be anything. That could be anything. It could be a great season and you could call that interesting. It could be a terrible season and you would call that interesting. And everything in between, if you put a little wrapping on it, could still be called interesting. It doesn't fucking mean anything. Like if you're
so that means you don't have to stand on anything.
Exactly. If you're going to get all bold and drop the F-bomb, then say something significant.
But that's what they do. You call that shit out like twice a week. They'll say fucking interesting. They'll say it just like that. So if you add a swear word to a word that doesn't mean anything, then it all means something, right? It's clear as day to pick apart like this playbook. And Richard Jefferson, for all his faults, and they're most of them because he's him, right? He does that thing that you called out. You swear and you do it to emphatically say something, but he knows he's not saying anything. Like that's one of the most disappointing things about him is I think he has the self-awareness enough to know that he's full of shit versus a Kendrick Perkins. Whereas I'm kind of shocked he even knows how to breathe correctly without somebody like in his ear reminding him to do it. Like Richard Jefferson, I think does know what he's doing, and that's why he's more dangerous.
Right. Jimmy James, back-to-back games in 26-27. Philadelphia has 12. The Lakers have 15. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's instant change. Last season, the Lakers had the least. Now it's only 3 more, but I guess 3 more adds up in a season, considering. I mean, we never don't hear about what what their bodies are enduring. So I guess 3 more back-to-backs means a lot.
What I did find a little disconcerting, though, is the Knicks have 13 back-to-backs also, and you know that they're going to use that as a deflection for the 76ers only having 13.
Mm-hmm.
I think what we're seeing there, we mentioned earlier, the Wizards had 21 back-to-backs in 2003. And now, like you said, Airways, the point you made was fantastic when you talk about how these guys are always complaining about the workload and how much running and all the games that they're playing, like they made the schedule longer or something, or they added games somehow in a weird way. All they're doing is running all these miles, but they've made every concession for these guys to make the schedule easier. Go look at how many back-to-backs they were playing back in the 60s and the 70s. I mean, guys, it's insane stuff, guys. I mean, almost half the season was back-to-back games. I mean, and we talked about some of this before, the standard just being much more difficult, the burden that was on these guys' bodies, and they were doing it in less, with less, advancements. They didn't have all the train. I mean, these guys have all these trainers now, all these things they have. So when you look at the way that they've lowered the amount of back-to-backs for these teams overall, it's what we talked about. How we do bigger, stronger, faster then?
Next, Robin, very exciting. We have a clapping seal.
Yo, man, 250 jewels, a lot of jewels. Shout out to my man for Vulcan, 3447.
Thank you, Verbalkin. Thank you.
It's Verbal Kent, like from Usual Suspects.
It's what?
It's Verbal Kent.
Oh,
Kevin Spacey's character, or his pretend character in Usual Suspects.
I never knew his fucking name.
there you go.
Yeah.
Kaiser Sose.
Hey, how does the media spin it when the Lakers start to win and the Sixers fucking suck? What is it going to say?
Season.
yeah, it's interesting. My bad. You're right. It's interesting. It's an interesting way to end his career. But seriously, like the Lakers are fucking loaded to be successful this year, especially without his crazy ass, right? So when they play great, and it's because of Luka and it's because of Austin Reeves, and what are they going to say when the Sixers are fucking trash? Like what? At what point is enough? I guess is my question. What more do you need to see?
Well, and also, I mean, 9/10 of that team is Clutch Sports.
I forgot about that. Right.
That has to play into it also.
Right.
So
this is like we're handing you everything.
It's everyone on that team all being affiliated with the same, whatever the fuck you call Clutch Sports agency, I guess. And I mean, from the coach down to the players.
I mean, think about how this is going to look. If they are in fact trying to do a quote unquote last dance, remake, like, trying to be a copycat, doing something like this. Let's say it's LeBron James' last couple of seasons. He wants to try to go out on top, right? Like the last dance, like Jordan went out on top in the last dance. He's trying to do something like that. The problem for that story is, if you remember The Last Dance, the reason why people were talking about it that way is because all the odds were against them going into that last season. The management was against them, right? They were kind of like looking at it like, hey, man, this is it. It's the last season, guys. This is it, man. We're not going to be together again. They're not going to do this and that. They were on their last fumes. They were the oldest team in the league. All these things, man, they were going for the three-peat again. So when you talk about, the story that was The Last Dance, it's more authentic. The story's more authentic. There's nothing authentic about this. This is what they're trying to set it up. They're trying to set it up a way. So like I said, the Sixers should be really good. They should be really good, man. LeBron James should not be able to jack this team up. Are they going to win a championship? I don't know, but this team should be really good. So LeBron James going to the team and the story they're trying to do now, making the schedule easier. Like I said, I'm sure they're going to get the favorable whistles. All these things are going to happen. So they're trying to set it up again to give LeBron James that perfect send-off. It's not comparable.
Hey, well, I mean, let's be fair, because the Warriors did the same thing for Steph. You saw how many moves they made to make sure that Steph gets another ring.
I thought you were being serious for a second.
Oh, it's literally the opposite of the truth.
Exactly.
As Isaiah Valeriano says, repeat a lie often enough, it becomes the truth. Some W2 German dude, probably. Well, not probably. Definitely. Probably talking about Nick Wright. Yeah. That was Hitler's propaganda guy, Goebbels. But anyway, very tempting to go down a different path after that comment.
But like George Costanza said, it's not a lie if you believe it. These guys believe what they say. Unfortunately, it's not reality. This is not a TV show.
Right.
Robin Reed.
Nick Wright saying that. I remember that like it was yesterday. Like that's like a moment in time you wish you could go back and change, right? When Nick Wright was on there talking about, well, when did he surpass Jordan? You get in a time machine and you go back, blah, 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 blah. That was a moment in history. The fact that Nick Wright was able to grab that like lightning in a bottle and maintain a fucking career is scary. Like scary to me.
Yeah. Ruthless Raider. Sports and Fitness Rants.
Yeah, shout out to Ruthless Raider for coming through as always. Shout out to Laturtamite and Nick Toucan Sam Wright.
Oh, that's good. That's
Toucan
good.
Sam.
Toucan Sam. Shout
Follow
out to
your
Toucan
nose.
Sam with Fruity Loops. That's good. That's good.
Well, Cyberius, I've had you read Carl Harbs each time, and it's your turn again, so might as well.
All right. Carl Harv coming through again. Thank you, sir. It's like these dudes have this I'm a bitch aura to them. They absolutely do. That's hard to explain. Sorry, ladies. No disrespect. Everyone on LeBron's side are like that. It's just the truth.
It's fair.
It's fair. That's fair. That's fair. 4 and 6 out here looking like a roided up rabbi.
Because he won't shave that fucking beard because there's roid boils under it. That's why. You need to hold his ass down and shave that stupid fucking beard. All his facial deformities and fucking steroid growths are hiding under there. That's the only reason he has that dumb fucking thing up there. I'm telling you, because there's nobody in his life, in his camp, that tells him that that's okay or to walk around like that. I promise you, it's to hide his fucking medical deformities. Hashtag shave that beard.
Thank you, Ruthless Raider. I've got to push us forward. Cyberius, let me just cut to the chase. There's two aspects of it. It's the fact that the league is still pushing LeBron as the face of the league, which not only is absurd, but unfair to everyone else who's been waiting their turn for the last decade and a half. But here's my original reaction to it. You listed people on there that would have been potential faces of the league and their flaws. You talked about Edwards' flaw. You talked about Steph Curry's flaw. You talked about Wembanyama's flaw. You talked about Jokic's flaw. And I realized after listening to all of them that LeBron James is guilty of every single flaw that you listed of those guys. And yet he is still the face of the league. Like he can have every flaw imaginable wrapped into one person, and he's still the face of the league. So if we take that defeatist approach, why can't one of those guys that at least only has one or two flaws be the face of the league if LeBron James embodies every flaw? Do you want the first crack at that?
I mean, the synopsis of the video was it comes down to two choices. They've made such an investment within LeBron that they can't walk away from it because there will be ramifications. And as I said in the video, there may be legal ramifications given the collusion, the tampering, the lies. Who knows? And the other option is there's not a better option, because while LeBron does suffer from every one of those players' deficiencies, he's not better at any of them. You can't listen to him speak coherently. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. Like when I was breaking down each one of those players, they're all a fucking embarrassment. You don't want to listen to any of them talk. I barely want to watch any of them play basketball, and that's what they're there for. Anyway, that's it.
At least Jokic has an English as a second language excuse.
Yeah.
But I did laugh out loud when you described Jokic as it looks like he gnaws on doorknobs. Where'd you come up with that?
That's how my brother and I have always described him. One of our really close friends is a Nuggets fan, and yeah, that's what we always talked about, is how Jokic looks like he chews on a bowl of doorknobs.
Jesus.
His family are a bunch of psychopaths too. So that's why I'm staying silent. I don't want them tracking my ass down and killing me.
Goodness gracious, man.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
actually funny, man. I mean, listen, we talk about some of the personalities. I think that's what you're alluding to.
Okay, time is going by. Let's play a little bit from Uncut's video.
Yeah.
Before Jordan came into the league.
Oh, fuck, I'm already angry.
That's all it
Facts
takes.
real quick, right? The year before Jordan came into the league.
Hold on, you need to hear his opening line.
And I'm going to just state facts real quick, right?
God damn.
Wow.
Do you guys know who he is? Because I don't.
No,
I don't.
I missed.
Okay.
No, I don't know that.
Just another LeBron James liar.
I've seen him before. I've done a video on him.
Oh.
I thought that was PJ Tucker.
The year before Jordan came into the league, the Chicago Bulls won 36 games and went to the playoffs.
They didn't go to the playoffs also.
Way to bring the facts.
Okay, here.
Sure, sounds about right.
There's the full list on the screen. Thank you, Uncut Hoops, for suffering through these yahoos. Did not get the record correct. Did not even get the basic fact of whether or not they made the playoffs correct. And this dude literally opens up with the arrogant tone. He's pulling a mix between Rich Paul and Stephen A. Smith with that arrogant tone. Let's just talk facts for a little bit. And what is this dramatic music in the background? Jesus Christ. Listen to me lie.
It's no different, AOH, than when you start a sentence with, literally, or I'm
Literally,
not going to lie to you.
To tell the truth.
Or trust me.
Somebody, Stephen A., somebody had to say it, so I'm going to say it.
To be honest with you.
Shut the fuck up and sit down. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah. To be honest with you.
Yeah, because it's such a weird statement, because what are you inferring? That you usually don't tell the truth?
Right.
Anyway.
And that's not PJ Tucker, right? That's who I thought it was. Someone.
Well, actually, I don't know. I
I
actually don't know, so I shouldn't speak.
I'm sure it's probably not him. It looked like him, though.
So 83. When Jordan came in 84, you know how many games they won? 36.
Most wins since 81.
Michael Jordan did nothing to change their team.
Yeah, but AOH, isn't that quote unquote interesting?
Right.
Isn't that interesting?
Hey, lies are interesting.
Yeah,
it's not
true.
LeBron James comes on to the Cleveland Cavaliers as a 17-year-old who just won 14 games. One addition was LeBron James. There was no change to the team. What happened?
That's not PJ Tucker.
Yes, they did.
They did not.
When it comes to
Okay.
Right.
He could keep going, and maybe he will, but I've done videos about their first seasons entering the league. I know that Jordan made the playoffs the first 2 seasons that they came in. I know that LeBron didn't make the playoffs the first 2 seasons. But here's the difference. I actually go show the screenshot of the season and the record. And I actually have made a mistake in one of my early videos. I think I said that Jordan didn't make the playoffs his first season. They played the Bucks, which was a big mistake on my part. So mistakes happen, but I didn't like sit up there and pretend that I was dropping the most profound wisdom you've ever heard in your life while saying complete and utter lies. This dude literally got everything that he said wrong. Every fucking word that came out of his mouth was incorrect. And fanboys are sitting there lapping it up because of the stupid guitar in the background, making them think that they're hearing the truth. But just make the effort to make sure that you're right before you say it like that. Is that too much to ask? Like, you buffoon. If you did that on television and got it all wrong, your career should be over with. But we know today that ESPN,
or you're Kendrick Perkins and you get a new contract.
ESPN panelists get shit wrong all the time, and they still have jobs. In fact, the only person we hear tell the truth, Rick Bucher, is the guy who's been sent to the shadow realm, while the people who tell lies get promoted.
Real quick, AOH or Robin. Kendrick Perkins, I'm going to say this every time he comes up, should have been fucking fired for his whole diatribe going against Jokic and his whole white MVP voters bullshit rant, because none of it was fucking true. And not only did he not have to apologize, ESPN came out and fucking apologized before him, maybe because they knew he couldn't read the fucking teleprompter. And it cost fucking Jokic another MVP. And fucking, what's his face?
Scap?
No. Who won MVP? Embiid. Embiid gets an erroneous fucking MVP that year. And so when people lie, there are consequences for people that had nothing to fucking do with it. And again, Kendrick Perkins makes 7 figures to go out there, fumble through the English fucking language, give a whole bunch of disinformation, and then wake up and gets to do it again the next day. Even
after ESPN apologized, Kendrick Perkins never did. He somehow quoted Jay-Z in his defense, which doesn't make any sense either.
And he openly had an agenda.
Robin,
openly had an agenda against Jokic.
Okay, we've talked about that. We've talked about that every week, though.
Go ahead. My bad.
Shut the hell up with Kendrick Perkins. All right, we need to be talking about this fool that we just listened.
Okay, who is it?
6 lies in 1 minute clip.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I'm saying. What do I tell people on my channel? It's important that we set the record straight. I'm not just out here speaking to speak because I'm bored at home with my life. We're out here setting the record. These fools are lying. They're lying. And about the simplest of things. Listen, if you're talking, you're having a conversation with somebody and you're off on a year, a couple of stats, you're off on something when you're having a conversation. That happens to everybody, man. Not everybody's on 100% with everything they talk about, 100% accurate. But again, these guys, their agenda is to lie to you so that you can see their narrative. I mean, look at what the guy was saying. He just couldn't even, for you to sit there and say, yeah, they made the playoffs the year before Jordan got there. I mean, goddamn, dude. I mean, that's the simplest thing. Everyone should know this. This is simple stuff, man. This is first grade stuff that these guys should know, but they don't know. They don't even care to know this stuff. They're trying to make LeBron James look great. They're trying to make Michael Jordan look bad. I mean, this guy said all kinds of now. Michael Jordan didn't do anything for them. He didn't do anything for them. I mean, who says this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, everyone, all the announcers
6 lies.
Well, here's what's interesting. There were so many lies that Uncut didn't even catch all of them. That wasn't LeBron's age. LeBron James was 18 when he entered the league and turned 19 in his rookie season. This dude's 2 fucking years off on the age of the person that he's promoting. God damn.
Simple ass stuff. But they're supposed to know Michael Jordan. That's why I laugh at these fools. You don't know Michael Jordan. You don't even know LeBron James. You have no clue what you guys are talking about here. You keep trying to make this correlation to Michael Jordan. Ain't no correlation there. There's no comparisons there.
Nope, there sure aren't.
His name is TK Kirkland.
And is he somebody, or is he just another liar?
According to the internet, he is. What the fuck did it say?
That's TK Kirkland?
Comedian, podcaster, something. Who gives a shit?
Really?
Okay, that's what I am too.
I know that name from somewhere.
Yeah, he's a comedian. I can tell. He sure is a comedian. Come out here with all them damn lies. That's some nonsensical stuff.
I'm gonna fast forward past a couple of supers to get to this one, which is related. It's Isaiah again. Thank you for the super. Did you guys watch that Genius Kid Debates 10 NBA Fans video? More like Spectrum Cross-Eyed Kid Debates 10 Terminally Online Basement Dwellers. Oh, comment of the day. Comment of the day.
That is so fucking mean.
I think I know who you're talking about, but it could be a lot of them because, like I said, I saw one of them. I already said like one eye was going so far off to the side, I thought it was going to fall out.
Oh fuck!
Yo, hey, wait! You said something about the beginning. You said the beginning was important because what he said in the beginning, he said, "I'm going to drop some facts," and then he proceeded to give you 0 facts.
Terrible! It's amazing, and it's standard. You get rewarded for this shit.
Trash.
Robin, please read this super if you don't mind.
Once again, shout out to you guys for coming through. LeBron can win without overly biased officiating and circumstance. Every ring the fraud has won is marred with corporate influence, not to be ignored. Absolutely, for real.
Yep.
That's LeBron James, man, had some training wheels on.
I always like to think like, what's the counter argument to that? Like, are there any other teams where it's like, did that team when they won a chip, was it clearly influenced? And other than OKC, who everybody should hate now because they're flopping bullshit, I feel like all the other teams earn their chip, like they earn their championship. I think that's fair to say. Like I feel like the Knicks earned their championship.
Are there any championships that deserve bigger asterisks than all of LeBron's? Because every single one of his has an asterisk. Are there worse ones? Robin, you're a historian. Are there some championships that you find shady, and then part 2 of that as shady as any of LeBron's 4?
That's a really good question. I mean, I guess it depends on how you're looking at it, because I've heard some of you guys bring up the Sacramento Kings and the Los Angeles Lakers, and some of you guys have been, there should be an asterisk on the Lakers getting past the Kings, and maybe there was some shady business, whatever. So, people have mentioned those kinds of things, but I think by and large, sometimes people might want to put an asterisk on something because somebody got hurt, right? Like if you think about the Thunder, you mentioned the Thunder Speen. In the championship that they won, Halliburton going down in Game 7, somebody might want to put an asterisk on that. If you look at the Detroit Pistons against the Lakers in 1988, sometimes these people will tell you about a phantom call against Bill Laimbeer, and remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar went to the free throw line and knocked the free throws down, and the Pistons lost in 7 games. So, there have been scenarios in NBA's history. I remember. That championship when Havlicek stole the ball. A lot of people don't realize that before Havlicek stole the ball, the reason why that play was so huge is because at the end of that game, the Celtics had the ball inbounding, right? And they were up by 1. But what ended up happening was Bill Russell on the inbound hit the guide wire that was there in the stadium. So when he inbounded the ball, it hit the guide wire. The Lakers got the Sixers got the ball back. So when the Sixers got the ball back, they had a chance to win that game. And that's when Havlicek stole the ball on the inbounds of them trying to get the ball to win the game in that game. So, there have been several scenarios that have happened, and you could put an asterisk on it because, like I said, maybe there was an injury or, somebody, something happened or whatever it is. But when you talk about LeBron James championships and the reason why we knocked them or whatever, is because, again, how he tried to go about getting these championships.
Thank you for that interesting little trivia with the guide wire.
Once again, yeah, shout out to you guys, man.
Are you guys familiar with the Loser Society? Which one?
LeBron James Society.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, if that's a specific thing, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it sounds like you're referencing something specific, and I don't know.
That's what the kids were called in Stephen King's It. Weren't they called the Losers?
I don't
The
know.
Losers
I think
Club?
so, yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if that's what they were talking about. I learned that from reading AOH, reading a book.
Good one. That was fucking
Yes.
great. Way to smoothly slip that in.
Yeah.
A content creator called it best, the 4 and 6ers. Yes, someone in the comments about a month ago said that on here. I don't know who to give the credit to, but yeah, it's pretty good. 4 and 6ers.
I think that was my guy 24 Rapture. Shout out to him. Said 4 and 6.
Shout out to him. Oh, we got another one. Speam, I'm afraid to call on you, but
Shout out to Mr. Creaker with the $10. Sad fact is TK Kirkland gets paid for views and very likely knew what he was saying was outright lies the whole time. It's the engagement trap that drives the modern internet. Truth doesn't matter.
you guys ever stop and just imagine you could say that it's for fun, just sitting up here and coming up with the most ridiculous nonsense that you can and saying it really matter-of-factly and putting some dramatic music behind it, because we spend so much time just telling the truth and it still defeats LeBron James. What if we acted like LeBron James fans and just started saying crazy ass fucking shit?
It's about time someone said it, AOH. It's about time someone said it.
It's his first season. I mean, fuck it.
It's
if
about
those
time.
guys can lie, why can't I?
Yeah.
Yo, we're just
someone
being
had to say it.
honest, right? We're not 100%, I said 100% on everything or we know everything here, but we're being honest with you. There's no agenda here. I'm being honest, giving you the facts of how I see it, the things that I've learned, the things that I've heard. And from, come on, man. These people, like I said, they're disingenuous. It's simple things. Like, you see, what bothers me too is when we talk about how these people say these crazy things, but no one pushes back on this. Like I said, if I was sitting across from this guy and he came on here and was like, yeah, man, the year before Jordan got there, they made the playoffs. I would have been, hold on, man. No, they didn't. I mean, hold on a second here. They did not make the playoffs, man. All right, so let's start this over again. Continue. You got to check these fools. They're allowed to just keep going. That's what's really sad about these platforms, man. Like I said, they just let dudes lie.
It is. Also, why did he completely gloss over the fact that before Jordan played a game, he promised to get the Bulls to the playoffs every year, and then he delivered on that promise?
Word, that's true. Exactly. He did.
Like,
the wildest part is if social media was alive and well when Jordan was playing, I can say with 100% confidence that he wouldn't be playing these bullshit media games. Like, there's nothing in his character that would allow me to think that he would do all this passive aggressive. I may go here. My kids may play here. I might golf. He would be so detached from it that you know what I mean? Who could you imagine if Jordan had the media machine behind him back then that LeBron James has now? The difference is what Jordan was doing. He was actually doing it. He was winning the scoring titles. He was winning the actual titles. He was winning the MVPs. And that was with but minimal media push compared to how the media pushes LeBron James now. It's scary if you think about the difference.
Attacking him. He was doing all of that, and it wasn't until like he started three-peating, they were still attacking him.
Yeah.
If LeBron was winning scoring titles and missing championships would mean nothing. Scoring titles would win everything. When Jordan was winning those scoring titles, they were coming at him saying, oh, he can win scoring titles, but he can't win championships. Yeah. There was no glaze there. They were literally attacking him saying, that's not good enough.
Got a little laugh from Ruthless Raiders Super. Breaking news, Rich Paul just built the God Green's Earth School. for
Todd Green's
LeBron's
remedial optionality.
constipation and remedial optionality. Oh
It's
my God.
fantastic stuff.
Oh,
That was really good right there. Shout out to Rufus Raider. That was really good.
And this reminds me, I hate to repeat myself, but last week I did point out Rich Paul's flaw in that rant, stating that he conceded that Jordan was the greatest scorer. Well, that defeats the argument that LeBron James fans use, claiming that LeBron is the greatest scorer because he has the most points. He has the most points. How can he not be the greatest scorer? Well, don't take my word for it. Take Rich Paul's, because he just fucked up. And
it's not the first time he said it.
Does anyone else want to take a crack at what the 37 elements of basketball are?
I thought it was 36.
36. Oh, my bad.
Yeah, it was 36.
I want to be accurate with a fake number.
Right. If you're going to be right about something fake, please be right.
Okay, we've got some more supers, but I feel the need for a laugh. This is the final topic of today, but we can recircle to some of the ones from earlier. This is one of my videos from this past season, and it's just a reminder of how easy it is to show how bad LeBron is. This is all just from one game. Stupid ass fucking StreamYard.
Poor Luka.
That was fantastic. I love that slow-mo on Luka.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more to come from that video. It's been, instead of Cyberius reading Carl Harv, you want to read Carl Harv this time?
Yes, thank you for framing that in a way that's more comfortable for me. Shout out to Carl Harv with the $5 super chat. Remind me, I never got the clue on what his daughter had to do with him going to Philly.
Yeah, the most important factor in his decision.
Yeah. He was not allowed to go without her say so. That was the word out of his camp, because nothing's ever too personal for him. It's not like, just let some shit lie. Like, let people wonder a little bit about your personal life. A little bit. Like, seriously, I don't know. As somebody with kids, and Robin, you have kids, it's just like, aren't some things just left for you and your kids? Does everything have to be for sale, for profit? It's bizarre.
We had to watch him get makeup put on himself by a paid crew for Halloween, as this is another detail of his insecurity. He felt the need to show the camera that he had memorized the lines from Beetlejuice. This motherfucker was proud to show us that he memorized the lines from Beetlejuice, but he can't remember a word from Malcolm X's book. He can't remember a fucking quote from his favorite movies. But you've got Beetlejuice memorized, but not Malcolm X.
I'm sure there's a Dr. Seuss book here and there that he has some words memorized. I'm sure he's got that on lock.
When that fool went to his son's high school game and at halftime started slam dunking on the rim. I lost. I was like, this dude's a straight clown, man. Who does that stuff, man? You trying to show up on the halftime of your son's game when you never did a real slam dunk contest? Get the hell out of here. Clown.
Robin Reed, RDT.
Once again, shout out to the Real Down Show for coming through. Do the Sixers finish in the top 5 in NBA rankings before the playoffs? What happens to LeBrick's legacy if they get KO'd in the first or second round? That's a great question. Listen, I think with the schedule and the players they have, the expectations are they're supposed to be a really good team.
The power rankings has them above the Knicks.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yep, they are number 1. Knicks are number 2.
I don't
really.
That's insane.
I don't like that the Knicks broke up their core. I don't like that they're missing Mitchell Robinson. Okay, the core is a strong word, but an important, very important piece. I'd feel more confident calling this nonsense if the Knicks weren't a different team.
Yeah.
Like I forget the loss of Mitchell Robinson. I don't know why I would be excited about Drummond.
But that's not enough to have the 76ers over them.
Well, you're right, but I'm just saying I'd feel better.
I mean,
That's
listen,
fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I was actually surprised about the rankings.
Holy.
But they're going to be they're supposed to be one of the top teams regardless.
Here, I'm gonna see if I can find it real fast.
Well, isn't that interesting
so
from a marketing perspective? Like from a marketing perspective, isn't that interesting though? Because if the 76ers come in as a favorite and they underperform, all right, ton of people to blame. But if they come in, I don't know, and they're favored to go 6 or 7 in the East, and then the league hands them everything. Now they're giving LeBron credit. So it's really weird how they're managing this entire push.
Ruthless Raider continuing to make me laugh. Does Jordan respect how hard it was for LeGabe Lincoln to win Mickey Mug? Jesus.
Oh, LeGabe.
Or LeGabe Lincoln.
Oh,
Fucked it up. LeGabe Lincoln.
Yeah, well, you can't read, so that makes sense. So it's fine.
Good one. Fuck, that's clever.
That was good.
Cyberius.
Thank you, Robin.
Cyberius, read this one, please.
Absolutely. Jesse Glad Saget, thank you for showing up as always. Media has glorified Jordan while he was winning. The more the Peds from Akron loses, the more the clutch subsidized modern media glazes him. Because winning doesn't matter anymore.
It's obvious once you say it out loud, but it's a very important point he's making. If you notice how hard ESPN tries, a lot of times it's following failure. Quick, before anyone realizes how badly he failed, let's throw some other stories out there.
So I actually just looked up ESPN's newest power rankings, and the Knicks are 3, and the 76ers are 12. According to them, the Thunder is 1.
Oh, in the whole
Spurs
NBA,
are
not
2.
the East.
What?
According to them, the Thunder are number 1 and the Spurs are number 2.
That doesn't make any sense.
The Knicks are 3 and the Sixers are who? Where?
12.
12?
They were 1 like less than a week ago. So I don't know what changed.
What?
Interesting.
They're going back to they're going back to the fake underdog, and they realize,
right.
You think that's what they're doing?
Expectations. We hyped the team up too much. We bit ourselves in the ass on this one. Let's just drop them by fucking 11 spots in 1 week.
Yeah, but nothing has changed. But no data has changed.
But I think the Thunder were at like 6, and they're now number 1.
Season hasn't started, so that's correct. Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. What are we talking about here?
Well, listen, we'll come back to the power rankings before this, like right before the season starts. They'll come out with their rankings, and we'll see where they actually are right before the season starts.
Okay, a little bit more from this video.
Shit.
Anyone else feel bad for the other Lakers putting in the effort on defense? Even Luka getting back, only to turn around and see LeBron blew it on defense again. But not only that, he's going to be the one walking around acting disgusted, hands on his
Is that not some feminine shit?
Rolling his eyes, only to turn around and see LeBron blew it on defense again.
What's that dude's name? Jake
LaRavia? He's going to be the one.
Look at that fucking little bitch. I mean, a gigantic bitch. That's a big dude.
Walking around, acting disgusted, hands on hips, dropping his head, rolling his eyes.
Kings on.
Oh,
the Forever Kings are on his feet.
Is moping.
Look at him. Come be around him every day. and see how much this guy cares. It's off the charts. How much this guy puts into it.
Off the charts.
Does he have
Fuck
great
that
soul,
Hitler youth.
JJ?
Bye-bye.
My God, was that the Flash? Am I seeing LeBron guarding Jason Terry in 2011? I'd like to say I'm kicking Father Time's ass if Father Time's name is LeBron James.
That was a good one, AOH.
Oh, you know what? I got a copyright. I had to remove the Deftones here. If anyone wants to know why the music's missing, shit. Why aren't I playing the original? Shit. Look at him. Just watch the guy who's going to score. That's his man. Go in.
Yep.
Nice box out, LeBron.
He didn't watch it change. He watched the guy he should have been guarding go right by him. Didn't move. Just kept his eyes on the whole play.
He spends
And then the
more
guy
time
he should have been
focused on
guarding
who he's gonna
scores.
blame.
No, seriously, explain this to me. What's he doing? What are you doing right now that has you so occupied that you let number 14 go right by?
Come be around him every day. See how much this guy cares. It's off.
I mean, I already forgot about that quote from JJ. I mean, there's so much nonsense going on. Thank God for my own videos. Shout out to me. Let me tell you, because I have a short memory. I forgot about all this. JJ Redick, you are disgusting.
The charts. Come be around him every day.
No, thank you.
Be around him every day. He's unbelievable.
I've never seen that one before.
How much this
I've
guy
never seen
puts
that
into
one
it
before.
and how much he cares.
How much this guy puts
AOH, rewind it like 10 seconds.
Did you see Knopel just
He got blown by on an ISO by himself and threw his arms up literally before anybody else on his team was even in the picture. Can you rewind it just like 10 seconds? I'd never seen that clip before.
How far am I going?
Like, I don't know, like 7 seconds, 7 to 10 seconds.
The when number 14 scored?
It was the ISO on the baseline. Yeah.
This? That's not
No.
Let
The
him play.
14
Let him
go
play.
right by.
Come be around him every day. And
Not
see how much
this
this guy cares. It's off the charts. Come be around him every day.
It's coming up.
No, thank you.
Be around him every day.
Yo, that shit is crazy. He's throwing his arms up. There is nobody else in the fucking highlight. I'd never seen that shit before. That's he was there was nobody else literally in the frame. Who are you bitching at? Who
Hey,
are you
come be around
complaining
him.
to?
Come be around him.
Oh, it's wild. I'd never seen that one before.
Now watch this box out. Look at the perfect position that he's in.
Did the other night. LaMelo.
God.
How
He
much this
didn't
guy
even
puts
leave the
into it
floor.
and how much he cares.
How much this guy puts
That's wild.
into it.
Robin,
How much
tell
shorter
me,
is that guy?
tell me you aren't getting benched immediately by your coach if you let that fucking happen. Holy
And
shit.
then he gives the guy the form and the ribs.
Yeah. He even fouled him, which of course they didn't call.
And how much he cares. Come be around him every day.
And look at Marcus Smart boxing out.
LeBron trying that baseline shot, not going to get the whistle.
Listen.
And he's not
Listen.
baseline shot, not that baseline shot. Who's he
Come be around
yelling
him every
at?
day.
Not for $1
Aren't
million.
you guys surprised? Like somebody, it's like, because these professional athletes, right? Like their adrenaline's pumping. You get fucking angry. I'm shocked somebody hasn't punched him in the face by now. Like seriously, just let their whole fucking anger take over and just haul off on him. It takes a lot of just like fortitude to not swing on him. It has to. It just has to.
23 years of just expecting it to be this way when you play against LeBron James. 23 years of just knowing what you have to go through. It's like when they enter the league, they have to sign in the small print, hey, we allow LeBron James to do these things and don't even protest it.
The striving for greatness tax.
Well, I talked about that in one of my videos, that every player that has joined the league since LeBron has had to sign an NDA.
To follow the hand, and he comes across and catches the.
Be around him
That's
every day.
assault.
He's
That's
unbelievable.
assault. It's assault.
I'm having a hard time right now, and I'm nowhere near him.
Okay, here it is. Here's what you guys pointed out about Marcus Smart. Look what Marcus Smart is going through on this play.
Wow.
Oh, that's not it. I'm sorry.
There are times he can lift his arms. It's just not on defense. God damn. No, LeBron, there's nothing there like all 8,000 other times you checked for blood. I love his effort here by leaning into what he's looking at.
Be around him every day. He's unbelievable.
Can you believe this is from one game? As usual, I just need one game. Watch the difference on this next play between him and what Laravia is doing.
Look at Jake. Laravia is really...
All right, same play, just
Standing
panning
around.
up to the people that are actually playing basketball.
fire. Look at Jake. Laravia is really... Boy, tell you what, this...
Come be around him every day and see how much this guy cares. It's off the charts.
You mean the guy heading to the locker room instead of being out there with his team? The guy
Get that treatment.
setting a great example. The people who do care are still out there on the floor. You know, the guys that actually worked hard that game. The guys putting in the effort, a little extra, the hustle, while you just ruined all their effort by not trying, by walking around complaining and pretending it was everyone else's fault except for yours. Fanboys, I extend a challenge to you. Since you live in a false reality, I'm going to bring you down to earth. Since you say I'm cherry picking or I focus too much on LeBron or pick on LeBron, here's your opportunity. You guys break down your own video, except you show me who on the Lakers tried less. Who had a worse attitude? I mean, maybe Luka sometimes? Well, no one praises Luka for his defense. We're going to skip Luka because that's a cop-out. And even then, I don't know. I think LeBron's still going to take the cake in that case. Show me any of the rest of that team that isn't trying harder than LeBron James, who doesn't have a better attitude than LeBron James. Show me anyone else on that team effing up as badly as LeBron James. Go ahead. We're all waiting for you guys to put together your own video evidence. But of course, you'd have to start watching games in order to do that. So that's a problem. Explain this rebound to me, or non-rebound, non-box out. He was in perfect rebounding position.
Here it is.
He didn't
Look at Marcus Smart.
jump.
Yep.
Look at poor Marcus Smart. He's battling off the other team's big man, only for LeBron to let number 7 waltz right through. I really think LeBron James is just so accustomed to no one even trying, to just everyone allowing him to have the rebounds, that he was taken off guard.
I'll be right back.
I know it got a little bit boring when I started just talking there, but these are questions worth asking. Can you guys name someone on the Lakers who tries less than LeBron?
I was going to make a joke and say Bronny, but no, he tries more.
Not for that kind of money either.
He tries more than his dad does.
You get max money out there.
Yeah. That's $52 million worth of effort. Almost $53 million worth of effort you just looked at.
Right.
While getting credit as the leader, while being praised as being the leader.
So you have to ask yourself, who's going to have less effort altogether than LeBron on the Sixers? And I can't think of a single player on that roster that's going to play less basketball than him, except for Joel Embiid because he might be hurt.
All right. SNFR has to go soon. Cyberius is on a bathroom break or something. And let's get through this and then wrap it up.
LeBron's off to a great lead. He should get down there in plenty of time to prevent the easy.
Never mind.
Never mind.
You're on defense, man. Get your hands out from inside your shirt.
Go James!
Go James!
Looking like China, looking like prime LeBron James in China.
Dude, this is still just one game. Watch LeBron foul here. He just uses one of his hands to shove off the back of the guy.
That's crazy.
And no, there was no whistle. You imagine the tantrum LeBron would be throwing And that Hornet player just plays on. You see the effort that Marcus Smart is putting in. I want to go back to this play because while LeBron's complaining, Vando comes in and cleans up his garbage, gets the rebound, puts it back.
He doesn't even look at the ball.
This shit's embarrassing. It's fucking embarrassing.
Look at this.
You guys,
He's just going up and down the court like a big
Angelo.
ugly fucking bird.
What is this hop?
Flapping his fucking wings. I hate it.
Besides, obviously, a really stupid thing to do on defense.
Hold on, you're close. Hold on. Hold on.
Hold on.
Oh, no. Sorry, I'm talking to my dog.
Yes. Hey, I took my dogs out before the show.
Scoring, there's a lot. Throw it down.
Here we go again. There you
What's
go,
he
LeBron.
fucking
Just be
doing?
cool. Don't try it all. Don't try it all. Don't get on
I
a
thought he
poster.
could guard 1 through 5.
Shoulder problems.
I am sorry.
There you go, LeBron. Here we go again.
He's the one person who can stop this. How is this basketball IQ?
There you go, LeBron. Just be cool. Don't try it all. Don't try it all. Don't get on a poster. God.
Shoulder problems leading up to this. LeBron is in very deep and dropped.
I don't even understand what I'm saying.
AOH,
Here.
pause
What are
it
you doing?
real quick.
And am I crazy, or does he look like he's about to get mad at someone else for this?
Go James!
Okay.
So do you guys remember when Thiago Splitter tried to dunk on Miami LeBron James and LeBron stopped him at the hoop and he stood there and he was real performative and blah, blah, blah. I do think that's when this whole LeBron James being this guy that can guard 1 through 5 kind of myth started. And fucking Skip Bayless, for as much as I can't stand him, called it way back then. You blocked fucking Thiago fucking Splitter at the fucking chip. Who cares? But back then, they would have them tell you that he could guard 1 through 5. You mean to tell me you couldn't guard fucking LaMelo Ball coming up down the fucking paint? Like what? Like we're seeing it in live time. All these things that they said about him, like just unraveling. But we're the crazy ones. Thiago Splitter, for fuck's sake.
Cyberius got the dog out.
This is my new dog.
I saw the
Shout out
photo.
to Cyberius' new dog.
Sarah says KD said MVPs are more valuable than championships.
He's a more
Apparently they are now.
Because no one respects his championships. That's why.
Verbalken, it is truly sad what these pundits will say for money. Flat out lying to viewers. Journalism is dead. I appreciate your work, gentlemen. Thank you. We appreciate you here to be here while we do it. That was the first time Luka showed disgust. You know what? And that was subtle. You know, I'm sure Luka isn't expecting someone like me to play that back. But Luka was playing defense only for the guy that took a head start on defense. I repeat that. The guy who took a head start on defense to allow the dunk to go on right behind him. I mean, it's got to be deflating.
And like you said, the reaction is really what speaks volumes about LeBron James. Even when it's clearly his fault, he's blaming and looking to blame someone else.
Yeah, you know why? That works on these dumbasses. It works. It's performative. Blame someone. Blame.
LeBlame James.
Media was glorifying Jordan while he was winning. The more the ped from Akron loses, the more the clutch subsidized modern media glazes him. Did I already read that?
Media was glorifying Jordan while he was winning.
That was a good point.
Exactly.
Hey, someone asked a good question in the chat. Shout out to Mamba MVP NSZ. What's more fake, KD or LeBum's titles? I gotta lean more towards LeBron's being more fake, I think. KD's were cheap and easy, but they didn't have as much of the league being involved in fucking cheating for LeBron for him to get his chips. That's my opinion, though.
Sports business has to leave. So, and we got to get that dog out on a walk. Carl Harv says, okay, with the super chat. Thank you, Carl. Okay, I don't follow this idiot. So now that I have that answer, this confirms that this dude does indeed use his kids as shields. Oh, this is back to asking about his daughter and the move to Philly.
Right, yeah.
From earlier. Similar to his ex-pick change to a younger version of himself. So that if you critique or go against him, you are going against a kid. Sick dude. Oh, wow.
That's funny.
That is pretty sick. Will LaHospice, fucking this writer with the nicknames, fail in Philly? I guess we have to define fail since it's been redefined. I mean, it's been literally redefined as success.
It's already a failure. The fact that he's going there is a failure for LeBron James and his legacy. Like I said, continues to take a hit, man.
Thank you. I like that answer. I'm going to turn this sound off on this while it plays. Let's keep talking. Shout out to everybody who tuned in today. Look at LeBag James there. Sports and Fitness Rants, thank you for sticking around as long as you did. Speam Engine, thank you for being here. And Cyberius, thank you for joining. It's been a great couple of hours on this Sunday. Jesus, guys. Do you understand we didn't even get through the one game of lowlights of LeBron because we ran out of time?
Yep. Standing around, blowing on my hands, just standing around.
Look at him. God, the drama.
He's hugging himself. You're hugging himself, dude. Who you hugging?
Just looks like a victim. Like if you Google what a victim looks like, this is what a victim looks like.
Yep.
Goodness gracious.
Someone hugging themselves, putting a fucking blanket around themselves after a house fire, like they need to be fucking warmed up. That's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's telling the ref that someone bear hugged him with both arms. I guarantee you that did not fucking happen. Anyway,
he said it's cold in there. He said there must be some churros in that. Must be some burros in the atmosphere. That's what he said.
Let's go around. Let's go around the panel. Last words. Shout outs to our viewers or anything else you want to say. We'll start at the top and work clockwise. Sports.
Yeah, so I just want to touch on what you guys were talking about at the end there. We had the last comment there talking about, the Kevin Durant title versus LeBron James title, man. It's obviously worse for LeBron James because when you think about what Kevin Durant did, all he really was doing was helping even the odds for Steph Curry because LeBron James stacked up the teams against him. So the reason why it's worse for LeBron James because he just made it even. LeBron James got beat. But for Kevin Durant, the reason why people don't respect it is because he cheated to get his rings. You did a LeBron James move. That's never going to be good and respected. So again, shout out to you guys, man. Everybody in the chat, man. It's been great.
Great closing line. Sports and Fitness Rants. Amazing. Appreciate your energy. Another super that I can't ignore. Pete Pendazzi says MJ blocked Ewing. Does that mean he can guard 1 through 5? That's fair. That's fair.
That's interesting.
That's interesting. Speam Engine, go ahead. Closing lines.
Hey, shout out to the chat. It's interesting that you're here joining us. Appreciate y'all. All jokes aside, appreciate you spending your Sunday with us. Shout out to Cyberius, Sports and Fitness, AOH. Michael Jordan fans are the best, that entire crew. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays.
Cyberius, go ahead.
Again, I just want to say I'm always grateful to be a part of these now. It makes my day. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you for all of the supers. I always appreciate seeing everybody's names, the same names coming through week after week after week. It makes us feel heard, validated, respected. We just appreciate you guys being here. So thank you.
We are here to remind you that you are not suffering alone. If you can hear this, you are the resistance. Cyberius, congratulations on your dog. Take care of that sweet, innocent creature.
Oh, I will.
All right, everybody. Have a good day.
All right, Joe.
All right.